patch, in the talent tree, he can get plus 50 or plus 60 rocket damage, I think, and he can clear the wave easily, and stop the split push, and he can deal easier with those illusions.
Yeah, that was a really cool talent. I remember seeing that and thinking that it could be effective. Hope we do get to see it here. I don't remember what his other talent is at the same time. Clockwork, it is going to be the Shadow Fiend that Vega Squadron are running, so I know that you like my word shenanigans a lot. This is the demonstratable ability of it. This is rough.
Shenanigans Lord.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, running into lane with 18 souls or so, quite a frustrating thing to go up against, particularly for Mirana. I guess Mirana's going to be able to still arrow the back range creep, so she'll be able to get something, but I'm sure that it's going to be fairly dominant in terms of CS.
It might not be a Mirana mid. It might actually be Shadow Demon and Mirana roaming.
Oh yeah.
But it can still be a Mirana mid. We'll have to see, because it can be position 4 Underlord, Mirana mid, Shadow Demon position 5.
Okay.
And have an off-lane hero as well. There's a lot of options for Team Spirit right now.
I feel like it'd be really good then if you want to switch it up and run that Mirana in the support position, that like a mid laner that can spam out the wave against Shadow Fiend, so you don't have to try and last hit against it. Are there any types of heroes that really do fit that mold? We talked about OD a little bit with Astral being a thing. Traditionally it would be Lina maybe. Is there anything else that you think?
Oh, I didn't see Lina for quite some time. I saw some team, can't remember which one, but they played Lina and it didn't end out well.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping to see Lina in the near future. I think her talent trees are awesome, to be honest. And against Shadow Fiend, yeah, OD is always a good option. Invoker as well.
Okay. Well, they're going to ban out the Weaver for now, not wanting to give that over to Ditchiara. He played that every game yesterday. All 3 of the sets that he was playing in, they ended up giving him the Weaver. Just a very popular hero nowadays. But personally, I feel like I would rather play against, honestly, the Invoker maybe. Like, if Shadow Fiend can have a good time against him in lane, then you can probably do it. I guess the Earth Spirit also. Oh, they're just going to be an Alk. That makes sense, too.
Dire team pick.
Alk? All right. Well, what Team Spirit can do, there's the Ember pick still in the mid, for the mid, if they want to pick a mid hero. I think it is, because Mirana doesn't do so well against Shadow Fiend, especially when Shadow Fiend kills those cogs from Clockwork and gets some free damage at the start. So it might be an Ember Spirit, Shadow Demon, Mirana roaming around, just helping the mid lane. Wow.
Huh. Well, this is a new hero. We haven't seen this guy around almost at all. Why did Bristleback fall out of the meta, and why is it his time to shine now?
He got buffed in the latest patch as well. His, I think the amount of damage, the maximum cool spray damage, and some other stuff. I'll have to check it out. But it's going to be a safe lane Bristleback. I want to see how it's going to be played. Probably just classic Vanguard build, maybe into... Sven. Maybe into Echo Saber. We'll see that you can build that hero really differently.
All right, well, here we go, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, our first game of the day. It's Vega Squadron facing off against Team Spirit. I'm going to hit that button. We're going to hop right into it, just around the corner. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that video so much. Well, Sven was the last pick. We've seen a variety of new-ish Sven builds. One thing that I'm kind of wondering about is often an answer to Bristleback is applying that break mechanic, going for something like a Silver Edge. Is that ever something that they would think about, or would you just try and like prioritize Shadow Demon towards getting his Aghanim Scepter, or do you just not even care about it and plan on focusing on everybody else on Vega?
It's going to be a position 4 Sven, from what I see. And they've played it yesterday. There's Shadowfin minus armor, and it's good for team fighting. Let me see who's playing it. FNG is playing it. Yeah, it's a support Sven.
So they really
Mirana's
do
gonna
like
be
this.
mid. Yeah, it seems to be working out for them.
Oh, does not look like wards were placed, and Snako. Everybody's going to be able to be comfortable with this. FNG has both of the wards on him, so that means they'll know where the wards could come from, at least Sven, and they'll back out. So early cogs getting taken. Let's see how good they are at. It looks like they've already missed one of them. You should be able to get 3 souls per every cogs if you time it out perfectly. Now they're getting them. Yeah, G's going to have a real good time with this. I remember watching a game where it was Infamous, the South American team, and they went to lane with like 3 souls. It was terrible because they hadn't practiced it.
30 seconds to go.
Well, seems like Vega knows what they're doing. They're gonna run to the lane right now, use 1 more cog, just get some extra damage.
So do you like the support Sven in this instance? It was great against the lineup that we saw yesterday. This time, there's still a lot of minus armor, but not maybe as much? I don't know. What are your thoughts?
It's not just about minus armor, it's also about the movement speed. And if you look at the Team Spirits lineup, it's 5-man oriented, so that's what they needed. With Luna ulti, Shadow Demon, Disruption, Underlord, they can fight 5-man versus 5-man so easily.
This was a really neat little play here as well. Snako ends up rolling Boulder with a smoke past them as they went by. I don't know if it was actually spotted out by this observer ward. I think they had popped the smoke by that point. They do get the
going for the courier.
Oh my god. Trying to get it.
No.
Snako. FNG comes in though, and they are going to spot him out. So not able to find that, but he did also get a ward and steal the bounty rune away. So a nice little play there by Snako. It's going to be forced back and away by the Sven.
Yeah, look at Shadowfin denies. 14 denies at 30 seconds. Not bad, huh?
Alright. I was actually playing a game right before this, so I need to switch over all my caster settings because I'm the worst. I'm sorry, everybody. Please go flame me on Reddit. I'm sure I'll be fine. Alright, there we go. We're back into it. Apologies, everybody. You should be able to hear me now. But yeah, G, a ton of damage going
Yeah.
Ugh.
85 right now. Some nice damage. Even Fairy Fire for that extra 2 damage.
Value.
It's kind of hard to last hit as a Mirana. Against that, she only has 58.
And it does look like it's the plus 75 rocket flare damage at 15 that you get it for mag. So that should be able to do a ton to the creep waves.
Yes, 75 plus 200, 275. Pretty much you clear the whole wave with just 2 rockets. It's exactly the amount of the HP on the creeps.
Right. Well, and meanwhile, over here beside them, DK Phobos just going to try and man up against Sioma to the best of his abilities. Still only has that level 2, so the Atrophiora not doing as much as you would want, but you still can't really man up against him as the Dazzle.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to put Underlord away from the lane with just the Dazzle and Bristleback. So Underlord's gonna have pretty good time on the top lane. I'm gonna get some XP, some last hits.
Well, how do you feel like these next the lanes are sort of going to work out? Is Team Spirit going to be able to salvage it by virtue of the bottom lane and BZZ gain a lot on his Luna? You feel like they're okay with how it's going?
Yeah, the bottom lane is fine. I don't think they can find a kill earlier with just Shadow Demon and Luna on Clockwork. Hard to kill him because of the cogs. Well, if the Sven throws a stun, they can. They'll probably rotate to either mid or bottom once they have a smoke.
Okay. And probably continuously pulling as well. They're able to get that D ward out, so they're going to at least get this large camp over here, and you know, that allows BZZ to push the wave a little bit as well.
I just saw what Soneko did. He was using a rolling boulder, trying to stack both camps, but failed to stack one. But a really good play coming out from him still.
That's pretty neat. We'll have to watch and see if he's capable of doing that a little bit later on. Because that's a way, if you do end up making that happen, Earth Spirit, already a hero that wants to roam around a lot, would be great. Doesn't quite hit the Rolling Boulder in onto Iceberg, and so, well, he's still going to be able to have a decent time. 14-5 versus 16-16 on Shadow Fiend. This isn't bad from Mirana. A lot of those are cogs.
Yeah, but Iceberg are doing a good job on that Mirana. We all know how good Mirana he plays. Mirana doesn't have that good animation, attack animation. Shadow Fiend plus extra damage, of course, has an upper hand, but still she's doing really fine.
Oh my god, Snakeo's thinking about it. He kind of wanted to go over here and pick up this bounty rune, but realizes it could be an issue instead. Just going to have this haste rune and...
Oh, bottom lane!
Oh my
he
god.
got it!
All right, there we go. Well,
Well,
first
that's
blood.
the problem when you're playing solo support against the Clockwork. He gets that early boots, even has Windlace, so you need to be really careful. He has 1 or even 2 levels above you, and he can just walk next to you, use Battery Assault, and just kill you. That's what happens a lot of time if you're not careful with your position 5 hero.
You can see up here in the top lane, Ditcha as well as Sioma, they try and go in for a full kill there on the Underlord, but he can just TP out. There's no stuns in this lane right now, and maybe sort of an inclination of what could come, that they're kind of heavily relying upon Mag, and Sineko's usually going to be using the Boulder Smash to try and initiate as well.
Yeah, check the stacking right now. It's Soneko. He's just gonna stack 1 camp, Shadow Fiend another one. All good. Well, this benefits both Earth Spirit and Shadow Fiend when they stack, so Shadow Fiend's gonna be in jungle, free farming, doesn't have to fear for his life, meanwhile Earth Spirit getting some XP and the gold on mid lane.
You can see over here too, Sioma gets the pull off while simultaneously stacking, and it's just going to right click the creeps the whole time, so Dazzle's getting a lot out of the lane too, and all across the map, seems like a lot of these heroes are doing that. Maybe left alone for now is FNG, who's only level 2, the lowest in the game.
Well, there's no... I was expecting more smokes to come out with Shadow Demon and Sven, because they're so deadly. Just disruption, especially on level 2, when you get a Soul Catcher, you can kill pretty much anyone.
Yeah, and we've seen also, you know, going for those early points now up to level 4 and 2 points in Soul Catcher. It's really hard to deal with. Iceberg trying to bully out Snako for the moment. We're going to have to see what it is that G wants to go for early on. Is there a particular Shadow Fiend build that you just feel like is better than all the others at this point?
There's just some classic Shadow Fiend builds, classic Power Treads, Aquila, maybe a Magic Wand if you want to tank up and fight earlier, and Dragonlance, Shadow Blade if you feel like it. Maybe this is a Shadow Blade game, so he can position himself once Shadow Demon uses a disruption. He can run away. He can run away from Eclipse as well if they don't have a reveal.
DK Phobos has gone for that Iron Talon as well, making sure that he can get his farm in no matter how rough this lane becomes. What about Dichiara? He has the Vanguard queued up, but also a headdress. Could be going back for something along the lines of a Helm of the Dominator. Everybody builds it. Why not a Bristleback? I think.
Well, it's probably, or maybe just wants to switch to a Pipe later on. He has a Vitality booster, so he's gonna go for Vanguard first. Maybe he just needed some extra regen on the lane, so he went for it. It's +3, it's good.
Yeah.
Just a casual one. He can switch it to, as I said, Pipe or Helm of the Dominator, maybe even Mech, which I don't think is good on Bristleback because it's a kind of waste of slot.
Yeah, that would be a bit of a problem. Curious to see what they go for. Mag, in the meantime, in the bottom lane, is going to get a lot of damage, but not quite enough to find a kill. Those cogs saving his life, and can turn back around with the Rocket Flare if he wants to pile on a bit more of this damage. So the first Eclipse not able to net themselves anything, and Team Spirit just going to have to back out again.
Yeah, well, when you use Eclipse and Disruption and Svenstun, you should get a kill.
Do you think that he's intentionally keeping the Ring of Aquila on right now? Are they trying to push down this lane, or... okay, he's turning it off now.
Yeah, it's off. Well, Clockwork is making a move. He's level 6 right now.
FNG is also in some trouble. Dichiara is there, and Well, they have the hook. Seneko down on top of him. Can they actually get it? Body blocked by Seneko, but they will be able to chase down FNG. Maybe he can turn on the iceberg, but not going to be able to go for it.
Yeah, Clockwork was kind of low on mana. Didn't even have for the hook. Maybe if he used the stick, but it wouldn't be enough to kill a Mirana.
All right, well, 0-2 start so far. Seems like Vega Squadron have at least been able to come up with a decent answers so far. They're up about 2,000 gold and experience over the side of Team Spirit right now.
Yeah, Vega is doing a good job. It's because of the stacks in the forest. Shadowfiend and Bristleback clearing those camps early on. That's the advantage. Plus, they have 2 kills. So it looks a lot on the paper, but it's not.
Okay. Well, in your eyes, then, what's the big play that Team Spirit want to try and go for? Do they need to wait for Eclipse to be back up before they can try and make any move?
They'll just play statically, try to get a kill with Shadow Demon, maybe into Arrow, or just rotating with Sven. Sven is on the bottom lane, trying to get some XP. They're not gonna make much action because Luna will farm jungle, and Sven lacks some items and levels. Look at him, he's level 3 at almost 10 minutes, so he needs to get back into the game.
Yeah, this is going to be great for him. And he is a hero that can catch back up with more points in Great Cleave. We did see the smoke underneath this ward, so everybody backing out and away from the jungle. They do not want to get caught right now. Clockwork is leading the charge, and looks like BZZ is going to have to escape from this. So yeah, I imagine that Vega Squadron is going to try and make this into a push in the mid lane.
Yep. They weren't spotted out, but they know something is going on. Look at FNG, where he is standing on the bottom lane. Look how Team Spirit is positioning themselves so they can break the smoke. They're standing on the high ground.
Now they're ready to take this fight. Iceberg under the cloak of the Moonlight Shadow, looking for that arrow initiation, but Bristleback is not somebody that you want to go on at this point. With the Vanguard there, there's going to be the initiation onto Vega, and well, Iceberg just going to kind of back out. They get the catch onto Vanscore. Now they also have the Soul Catcher, but they missed the arrow, so Ditchiara is just going to be able to walk away. Team Spirit seeming a little bit flustered at this point.
Yeah, a bit of misplay there. Even if the arrow hit, I don't think they would have enough damage at this point to actually kill the Bristleback. Plus, there was a Dazzle behind him who has a Grave ready, so it was just like trying to make something happen, maybe make a mistake, wait for a mistake from Team Vega, or deny the tower, and that's it.
Okay. Well, and in the meantime, you do have DK Phobos, who's still getting into his items. Looks like he wants to go back at this point for maybe, is this going to end up being a full mechanism and then into a pipe, I guess?
Yeah.
Or just maximum survivability build.
Yeah. We see Underlords going for Helm of the Dominator as well, for that extra region for his team, and getting the creep, scouting out, giving some extra damage, or just having that BS creep who can purge, who was balanced in the last batch, thank God.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Ditchiara has finished off his Helm of the Dominator as well, but there's the hook shot onto Sven. FNG will be able to walk away from this for the moment and gets a little bit of that extra movement speed. Wand charge there as well. Mag is not going to have another rocket flare for 14 seconds, so they should just be able to get this tower and back out. But Ditchiara is incredibly farmed on this Bristleback.
Yeah, indeed. He's second one on the net worth. Shadowfiend has his Shadow Blade. As I mentioned, this looks like a Shadow Blade game. He can get the solo pick off as well, even on the Luna. Maybe a support, Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is the one they need to get the first in team fight.
And right now, well, Vega Squadron spots FNG here. Does not look like they're going to have a hook shot in time. 20 seconds away still. But if he's sticking around at that point, they should still go for it. There's the initiation, comes in from Seneko, and also going to hit onto DK Phobos, and FNG in a hell of a lot of trouble. It looks like Phobos is going to be able to walk away from this one, but FNG, not a great answer. He's just going to die.
Yeah, Mag was just there, trying to get an Urn charge, so now he has 2. Interesting build on him. He went for a max battery assault build because he thinks he can get solo kills on those supports such as Sven and Shadow Demon. Usually we see Rocket Flare, but if he feels it, he goes for battery assault.
Just look at how much more like vision around the map they have right now. They just spot everything, Vega Squadron. And you look at the side of Team Spirit, they've got this one ward mid, but outside of that, it's pretty dark on the map. G walking forward. Are they going to be able to get this initiation off? He spots out BZZ here, as well as Van Score, but it looks like he's just going to back out now. Shadow Blade wearing off.
Yeah, you were saying a lot of visions. They invested a lot. The one ward just died, but they pretty much saw everything that was happening on the map, so they were comfortable to take tier 1 and tier 2 tower at bottom lane.
And I mean, Seneko has a Midas at this stage in the game. Vega Squadron seem very well set to not only be winning this point in time in the game, but also kind of ensuring their late game potential as well. The only thing that's kind of a bit odd is going to be this Bristleback. Do you think he's still going to be a pretty effective hero going in the late stages?
Bristleback kind of falls off at one point, let's say after 40 minutes, because he doesn't have any initiations. We saw some, let's say, blink builds on Bristleback, so he can position himself, like try to initiate, because, I don't know, they have clockwork, but Bristleback kind of falls off as the time goes by. At 40 minutes, he's a beast. After that, he kind of falls off. Easy to kite around.
I guess all of the heroes that you have on Radiant Team are all going to scale quite well into the later stages. FNG playing the Sven as well even. It's a hero that does become a nuisance to deal with, but well, he's certainly not a nuisance to deal with right now. They end up taking him down. Easy peasy.
Yeah, it's a level 5 Sven with 0-3-0, so practically you can see by the score that he didn't do anything this game except warding and just, I don't know, trying to get a gank, but it was unsuccessful. Smoke's gonna come out soon, I think, after the stack is cleared.
Yeah, this is something at least going back into their favor, and this is going to give these levels that are much needed for the supports of Team Spirit. We also do have level 2 ulti now for Luna, so if there's a time to fight, is this it for them right now?
Yeah, it is. Okay. There's the smoke coming out.
Oh god, but they're on their high ground. Was that right underneath their ward as well? That's about to expire?
Yeah, yes it was.
Oh god. Because this is hurting me. It's not good.
This is not good. And look at the position. This is the best position for Vega to fight on the high ground near your shrine, and shrine is ready.
And Ditya also does have his blade mail ready as well, so if they do happen to come and try and fight this, well, maybe around the Roche pit, this would be a way that Team Spirit could get back into it if they get a good eclipse off in this area.
Well, they can. It's Roche pit is always dangerous to fight. Clockwork can just block the pretty much, because there's not much space near the Roche right now, and Clock can just block out the whole team with one good cogs.
Well, I felt like they should have realized that was happening. Oh god, DK Phobos hook shot in, silence pushed back by the cogs as well. 1 raise, 2 raise gone. And Vega, not only do they take the Aegis, they take Phobos' life.
Underlord went for kinda interesting build. If you check, it's maxing a trophy aura. Yeah. I guess the way he was thinking is to deny the damage coming out from Shadow Fiend, because he has high damage plus Bristleback when he has Quill Spray on.
I don't know.
Oh, it's just the base damage. My bad. So
I guess it's still. I mean, it's something at least, but not tremendously great. How do you feel like Team Spirit get back into this game? What's the play at this point for them?
Team Spirit didn't get a single kill for 18 minutes.
Okay.
So it looks kind of hard for them, and looks bad on the paper as well.
Yeah, we've got the downside occasionally with these drafts is you start falling behind in the laning stage and it starts to look like this. I guess just a pickoff is the way to go with the smoke.
Yeah, they need to make something happen at least. They have Shadow Demon and Luna, which you can fight in late game. Luna is sitting on top 3, net worth top 4 actually right now. with Luna you always have a secured late game, but there's a Bristleback with Blade Mail, there's Clockwork with 4 staff who can go in by a lot of time. They're smoked again. They need something to happen.
Why did DK Phobos head somewhere else? He's not with this team. I guess he wants to push mid a little bit before he... That was a really weird maneuver there.
Well, DK Phobos just wanted to make sure someone is showing on the map. I mean, he didn't show because he was in smoke, but he used the spell so they know where he is, and so that it wouldn't be so obvious.
Okay.
But it was. Vega read it well.
And they end up not getting anything out of that smoke regardless. Maybe it was because they spotted somebody with this ward here. That probably was what happened as well. But in either case, well, Mag finds a kill onto Sven, who was hanging out in the middle lane. So from bad to worse, it kind of, I don't know, it's feeling very, very tough for Team Spirit at this stage.
Yeah, they're still trying to find the first kill. Not what you want to see when you're playing a game, 20 minutes, 0 kills, 1 tower only.
I mean, it'd be a different thing too if the other team didn't have any kills, but they got 6 of them and are looking like they might even think about just going high ground. There's more value in going high ground now because you can take out those shrines.
Yeah, Bristleback went for Hood as well. They have a feeling that they can fight right now, so they're going all in with the items.
Actually, they're going to back out to come and contest this, and it looks like BZZ is going to be able to escape. Vanscore, in the meantime, is going to end up losing his life at the very... Well, G? Maybe? Possibly? They're not going to try and jump for it. I thought maybe with the Axe they were going to go for it, but G does drop very low.
Oh, why didn't he remove his Aegis? Oh. Okay, he did.
Okay.
He did. He had a lot of time, bought a Blink Dagger, and had a leap ready. Could do it 5 seconds earlier as well.
They find a kill. It doesn't count as a kill, but...
Oh, Mag.
Just a little bit off the mark there. Not able to find it. Snako gets the silence into the sun. There's the roll away. So doesn't want to try and chase that one down. But feeling very much in Vega's control still.
Yeah, but still Luna. You can't underestimate Luna and Shadow Demon. Shadowfiend went for Silver Edge build, so when he hits Luna from invisibility, he removes her passive, Moonglaive and Lunar Blessing.
Okay. Do you
or
like that?
A Trophy Aura, yeah, or a Trophy Aura from Underlord, and it gives him some extra stats, and he already had a Shadow Blade, so he decided to upgrade it. Has 2k HP, smoke coming out from them.
Oh god. An FNG.
Not a Sven. Not a Sven again.
He keeps on going down. Oh, it hurts. Jeez. Everybody else gets out, but Sven is not having a good life this game.
Do you think he said space created?
Maybe. I don't know. It's kind of been a vacuum of space in some ways.
Yeah.
Sure. Space created for his carries.
Yeah, look at Luna. She just saw 4 heroes being top. She can farm 2, even 3 more waves safely. So it's good.
Good plays, FNG. Making sure you're taking one for the team always. And he doesn't need to get huge, I guess. He's already given everybody 20 armor in the fights. Why not?
Right. 20 armor, and he's maxing Stormhammer and has Medallion of Courage, which we saw him building yesterday as well. Wants to go for 4 staff against Clockwork and Bristleback, so they can kite around.
Seems to make sense. So, Earth Spirit still very much feeling like a core in this game with that Midas and Blink Dagger done. So it's going to be a tough one dealing with him as the game goes on, particularly if you start thinking like, if somehow Team Spirit were able to pull it into the late game, Aghanims on Earth Spirit eventually just becomes so effective as well.
Yeah, that's what Soneko does with Earth Spirit. Not much Earth Spirit players do it. He tends to go for Hand of Midas, and then he secures himself for a late game.
Dark light.
Definitely a cool way to play. And sort of turns him into I think we talked about it, a ghetto Bat Rider, if you will. Just ends up like jumping in, pulling somebody out, and then rolls out with them.
Yeah.
Quite strong.
Ghetto Bat Rider.
Oh, well, there's going to be a Van score as well. They are going to throw out the imprisonment and trying to walk away, but this is a Ditchia bristleback on your back. And 0-9 from bad to worse. There's not really a whole lot feeling good for Team Spirit. Help me out here. What's something positive for them?
Well, they want to fight at high ground, obviously, because they don't have any tier 2 towers left. Let me check the shrines. Shrines are up at least. At least it's some. They need to kill tier 3 tower right now. Sorry, so they can't kill the shrine yet. Well, they're trying to farm as much as they can on Luna. Split push, buy some more time, so they can actually get the first kill. I guess. Kind of looks bad, really. If you have 0 kills, 25 minutes. You know something is wrong. But Mirana will have Boots of Travel right now, and with Luna constantly split pushing one lane with Manta style, and that Kobold 4-man just giving extra move speed to Luna. Let's check the move speed. 463.
Yeah, it's not bad. That's real
Not
good.
bad.
I think also this is the same team that was able to really outlast the heavy push that was coming in the previous series where they were playing against, well, killing the bottom lane. Iceberg is going to get ran down. God, that's a lot of damage. Can they end up finding him? They need to reapply Magnetize again, and that might just do it. Imprisonment, nice play by Van score there. But the Rocket Flare right on top of it. Oh,
Bam,
no,
and the
Van
scope
score.
shot.
Oh, God, he just wanted to help out his carry. Let that man alone. G's feeling himself right now as well. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right, well, FNG, a very bold Stormhammer. But they need to be careful now. Mag, going to be controlled. Are they feeding Courier right now? What is going on? This is not a pub game. Get that thing back in the base.
Yeah, headrest for Underlord.
Okay. Tichira, in the meantime, is just going to run at FNG, and there's not a whole lot that he can do to stop this. They're going to pop the Shrine. Still very tanky, though, and also has the Soul Catcher on him as well. Stun connects onto 2. They pop the Manta style. Still chasing. He's taking a good bit of damage. Iceberg there as well. The Blade Mail trying to reflect it back. Do they get their first kill? No, the Grave comes out. Ditchia is still staying alive for the moment. He's going to be able to heal through this. Oh, God.
That guy can tank. Using a Blade Mail, then you can't touch him for a few seconds, then having Hood of Defiance, plus constant Dazzle heal coming, then the Grave. Oh, they took the tier 3 tower. They can take the shrines right now.
Oh, man.
But meanwhile, Roche is up, so they're gonna go for Roche before.
No. And it doesn't feel to be getting a whole lot easier. G is now going back, has a Chrysalis on hand. Is this going to be towards a Bloodthorn, do you think? Or what? Or
Yeah,
just go for a straight Daedalus?
Well, probably a Bloodthorn. Bloodthorn, more expensive item, but gives out so much more in terms of damage. And Luna is going for Butterfly, so he wants to secure that he has True Strike on her.
They threw out a blind arrow, did end up connecting onto Clockwork, and it looks like Team Spirit either doesn't realize that this is happening or does not want to go to try and contest it for the moment. But Roche is going to fall.
They don't want to contest it. That's it. Look at the Earth Spirit build. He has Boots of Travel, so he can catch the one who's split pushing and join his team after that. Just have a... He has a high mobility items, Blink Dagger, Boots of Travel, Rolling Boulder. He can cross the half of the map in a few seconds. Just join the rest of his team.
Okay.
Yeah, we just saw it.
Well, Ditchia sitting with all of that armor, and also they had a little Frost Creep troll that was there as well, so he's getting the ice armor on top of everything else. Level talents? Anything that really sticks out to you? He went for the 200 health instead of the max goose stacks. I don't know. It all seems fairly cut and dry. Maybe the quill stack damage is good.
Yeah, the 200 health is better. You're not gonna get, let's say, 7-8 goose stacks. That hero's gonna die before that, actually. So just tank up.
Alright. Well, Iceberg here, maybe trying to find initiation on the Shadow Fiend, who's almost level 20 himself. There's all these heroes down here. But this is also a smoke play coming in from Mag. This could be their first kill if he initiates in the wrong fashion. Spots out. BZZ, not going to chase it yet. TP's coming in. The hook. Oh, just barely off the mark there for Iceberg. Does Snako know?
Yeah,
oh my god,
knows.
Snako!
Kick.
Oh god, no, they caught Iceberg. Magnetized down silence as well. How does he know? Oh god.
That's Soneko, he just knows.
Well,
Wow. Wow. 30 minutes of Dota and you can't score a kill.
it does sort of feel like it's almost their play style at this point that they have to do, is that if they take a 5-on-5 engagement, they're just going to lose, right?
Yeah, exactly. They can't fight at a moment, they just need more time. I'm not sure how much time they need. Maybe next 30 minutes to actually get a kill. What do you say?
That sounds so depressing, but I kind of feel like you're right. Like there's a very real possibility that Team Spirit could still like
End up having 0 kills.
Right, exactly. Well, the boulder smash just a little bit off the mark. Long range hook shot in from Mag. They're going to control FNG. Arrow dodged as well. Ends up hitting Ditchera in the face, so it's a little bit unfortunate for him, but FNG still in trouble. Is going to take a lot of damage here. DK Phobos also trying to heal up through it, but it's not going to be enough. And now Vanscore creating some illusions of Shadow Fiend. This is a little bit scary for G. Is going to go for the Requiem Souls to take a lot of damage from his illusions, but will live through it. Turns onto the melee barracks. Still has the Aegis intact as well. And Ditchera in the meantime, forced step to the low ground. Doesn't want to walk through that pit of malice. And they will back out. Vega, clean execution.
Yeah, go in and go out with 4 staff and a lot of heal and that extra Ogre Frost Mage armor. They're just so tanky. Plus they have Aegis on Shadow Fiend. Well, if you look how much time they used to kill a Sven, they needed like 10 seconds to kill Sven with Medallion plus Warcry, and he had a 4 staff. So this kind of a Sven, he can buy so much time in a team fights and just buff the whole team, which is good. I mean, that's how Team Spirit won their games yesterday.
Yeah, that is really true. I mean, granted, that was also without the Shadow Fiend hitting him, so that might play into it as well. But I think that there's definitely something to this support Sven draft, and we saw it yesterday. It was really quite impressive. It just needs to maybe be more heavily refined. Oh god, he found him again. Just walking outside of vision. The stun not going to quite be on the mark, but it looks like Snako going to try and chase. Wasn't able to follow his boulders, didn't get that movement speed or range. And Iceberg, thanking his lucky stars, he's out of there.
Yeah, let's check Luna. I mean, Luna is has 0 deaths, so she's still second in the net worth chart.
Did she run in the meantime? Yeah, she's been able to have herself a nice little game. BZZ has been doing a good time with it, and almost towards a butterfly now.
Yeah, if you're AFK for 30 minutes, you don't die, you're gonna have items, but she's been farming a lot.
Well, round 2 now. Bloodthorn still up and online. FNG is going to start off with a nice little stun. Pops the Warcry as well. I think that if you're Vega, maybe think about backing out at this point just until the Warcry wears off, but no, I just want to keep it up. G can hit from the low ground, still has Aegis intact. The initiation comes in from onto Ditchera. The counterplay, though, they push back FNG, controlling up Iceberg. He actually is going to jump out to the low ground. Ditchera going to be graved and still alive. BKB, Requiem comes out, will keep them backing away. Iceberg is going to retreat, at least for the moment. And they're all healed up now, ready to take this fight. Arrow onto Snako. Is he going to be the death? G turns around, fights onto Iceberg, and just pounding away. Everybody running into the boulder smash, the raises as well. Oh, they push them all back. Aegis is gone. G actually very low now. But Ditchera is not going to be denied as of yet. Still takes a lot of damage. Snako can throw in another boulder smash if he wants. They still can't kill anybody. Oh.
All right. Do we want to take a bet if Team Spirit is gonna get 1 kill this game?
I think it's unethical for casters to bet on the game. But
Yeah, we're not gonna bet. I was just kidding. No one's gonna bet on anything.
sure, I'll take that bet. I think that Spirit have it in them. It might come off of fountain diving, but you never know.
Off the record, no.
Damn it, Cost. You always keep me on my toes. Love it.
I love it too, man. No.
Nice, I like that. Well, no Aghanim sector for Clockwork this time around. He ended up going for a kind of interesting build. Urn first, and then back to the Force Staff, Pipe, and now building into a Lotus Orb. Do you like this build-up by Mag?
Yeah, he does. He's not gonna initiate 2-3 times in a fight. He just needs to tank up, give some extra magic reduction to his teammates, and if you get an arrow, he just removes it with Lotus Orb, stun from Sven, Pit of Malice, all good.
That is pretty cool. I think that also it's just more of the utility. Interestingly enough, he actually ended up going for the 50 damage instead of the rocket flare damage, which seems kind of odd to me, but I guess it feeds into what you were talking about, that solo kill potential of his.
Yeah, there's not much solo killer potential at this moment. I guess he just wants to go in, hit tower a few times, just back out. AC is completed on Bristleback as well.
Luna only now going back for a Dragonlance at this late stage. Apparently just feeling like she needed to be a bit of that tankier brawler before she ended up going back for the range increase.
Yeah, just get that extra range and later on just upgrade it against Clockwork. It's always good. I was expecting it to be a bit earlier on Luna, but he went for a damage build and kind of survivability one.
It is something also, though, where Luna's going to need to make sure that she saves that Manta style until after the Bloodthorn comes out. Because otherwise, G is just going to rip her to shreds. He is going back to Kavik.
Underlord is also tanky. I mean, Underlord is farming a lot, just using his first spell. Oh, good disruption.
Mag caught him. And that's going to be BZZ. Push back again. Snako jumps in, magnetized onto only several illusions. Mag's starting to drop low as the Mirana came in from the back. But they aren't going to really be able to do much with this. And, well, held again. Team Spirit able to make the hold.
Roche is up soon, but Vega feels comfortable to go in right now.
Oh, God, Snako, that Ags just has geomagnetic grip to pull everybody back out. God, that's so frustrating to deal with.
Yeah.
How do they kill anybody?
Well, they still didn't kill anyone before Aghanim Scepter and Earth Spirit, so good luck now.
I don't know if I've seen a beatdown this bad before. Like, part of it has to do with the playstyle, obviously, but part of it is just like, I mean, at the end of the day, 0 to 13 in 36 minutes is not good. It's my professional analysis.
Wow. I've seen some teams having 0 kills, but those games ended in 20 minutes because they just took your Rexes down and you just saw it's over. But Team Spirit is not giving up.
Oh, Iceberg. Well, there's a little bit of... Jeez. Oh, God. Hits with the rotating raises and the Bloodthorn on top of it, and...
That's for me.
Yeah, on top of Ethereal Blade on himself for some extra damage.
I mean, again, it feels like it's tough to not fault him for that, but also, like, he has to make these lanes push out, because otherwise Vega are just going to sort of ram it down their throat, you know what I mean? It's tough.
Well, you got nothing to lose, you have to risk it. The Roche is up, they're starting to hit Roche, they're gonna give Aegis to Shadow Fiend, Cheese to... Let's see who takes it, Earth Spirit.
They create some illusions, and BZZ is just gonna TP out again. They don't want to be here, really.
Underlord has Crimson Guard up, also. So, some right-click damage reduction.
Okay, so it is a 20,000 net worth lead. Let me ask you, am I crazy for thinking that there's still a chance if Team Spirit win a fight that they could pull this back? Am I absolutely insane?
Off the record, or... Clockwork is in.
All right, okay, that's, there's the Manta down. VZZ is going to get saved for a second by the Disruptor. Requiem, a little bit off the mark, not able to find the kill as of yet. Ditchia Ra going to be stunned back, so I appreciate your honesty.
Well, Shadowfiend has a Monkey King bar. He just started to beat people down. Look at the damage, almost 500 damage with True Strike and Critical Strike.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, Stone kick him
there
back
it
down.
is.
There's the double
Ghetto
Stone
Bat
back though.
Rider.
Ditchia Ra maybe in some trouble. Is he going to end up dropping here? Lotus Orb keeping him alive. No, he's not going to die. He's just too tanky. He has cheese as well.
Yeah, we just saw some Ghetto Bat Rider plays. Underlord was kicked by Earth Spirit, but he used ultimate to get back into the base.
I mean, they're holding high ground. Like, Team Spirit, they're sticking it out. Yesterday, we looked at this Team Spirit lineup that had, like, a Chen and a Vengeful Spirit core that went second item pipe, and we were like, there's no way they're going to win this. And then they ended up coming back and pulling it together. Is there a chance that this is that game here?
Well, they always have the chance to win until your throne falls. That's the thing. Never give up.
Okay.
But the chance is like really low. Like 10, I would give them 10% chance.
So what you're saying is when it happens, it's going to be amazing. As
Well,
well,
maybe that's how Team Spirit likes to play from behind. Then they get kills, farm up, and then they get a lot of goals when they kill high
Seneca.
net worth heroes.
Look at that. Again, the Enchant Remnant build and being able to just toss that out and kick it right back into his teammates. BZZ has no answer for that. Nobody has an answer for that. Best they can do is disrupt.
Yeah, plus Dazzle has a Solar Crest to buff his mates besides his ultimate.
All right, the buyback. Seneko getting gone upon. Is he in some trouble? Force-Stab pulling it back out. G in some trouble as well. He is going to end up losing his Aegis, so that's one down at the very least. Ditchia Ra, though, still so tanky. Cheese intact is going to have to... Oh, no! He didn't pop the cheese! They got their first kill! Oh, and now G getting body blocked by FNG is going to end up trying to walk away. The stun not going to hit. E-Blade follow-up arrow as well. They're trying to pull him out. Geomagnetic Grip, the grave. He just wants to walk away. Let this man leave. He kicks him out as well. The Enchant Remnant. Oh, God. Seneko putting on a show for us. Sioma is going to be in some trouble in Mag. Able to walk away. Oh, did he eventually end up falling? Oh, he killed off Iceberg and then walks away. Oh. All right, the Snako plays have been absurd.
Yeah, just out of this world plays, really. That's the Soneko right there. He's one of my favorite players. I can't be biased, but I gotta say it.
So they got some kills. They got 2 kills.
Well, you don't underestimate Shadow Demon and Luna when defending the high ground. That's the thing.
Okay. Yeah, it felt like there was a moment there where maybe if Bristleback was able to pop cheese earlier.
Yeah, exactly. There was time.
But
let's see the talent trees. They're getting close to level 25. Shadowfiend is 25 plus 150 attack range. Going for Satanic next.
DK Phobos gonna back out as well. Who is that? You said BZZ is going back for it next, or is that Shadowfiend? Shadowfiend, okay.
Shadow, yeah.
How have you felt about this Bristleback position 1? Do you like the? Do you like how he's been able to play it so far?
Well, that's the Bristleback kind of a thing. You can't make some insane plays. You just go in, tank, hit towers, using Quill Spray every time it's ready.
Seneko messed up his combo there. He is going to get graved, but still very low, forced to roll out of there. Did get the Enchant Remnant, but couldn't find the kickback. And a little bit of trouble because of that.
They're still holding.
Yeah. They still have not lost these barracks. Really impressive display.
Yeah, what is Iceberg making? He wants to go for Dagon.
Oh my god. Well, that is one thing.
Well, if you look at Underlord with Crimson Guard and the Trophy Aura and with all those Pipe and the Guardian Greaves, plus Sven buffing teams with Warcry plus Solar Crest, and you have Disruption to keep people alive. They actually have a lot of stuff to keep people alive in team fights.
Yeah. And it's something where, in spite of a 20,000 net worth disadvantage, it still feels like they can team fight them. Like you can't sleep on it. Sure, if Iceberg ends up missing an arrow, the team fight looks significantly worse, but maybe the Satanic is the thing that they need to turn back around the edge and really just put the kibosh on any fight that Team Spirit can have. Because G is still going to be, what is this, 8,000 gold ahead of the next highest on the side of Team Spirit? He's a monster.
Yeah, he is. He's a full items right now. I mean, he can upgrade Dragonlance and buy 2 Hyperstones for that extra vision and some attack speed, and that's it. Moonshard. I always tend to forget the item's name for some reason.
All right. Oh, they did another one. They kicked back in Iceberg, and this shows how much you can pull him out of position. Iceberg is going to be forced staff to the low ground, but the Magnetize is going to end up killing him. Oh, that was really close. God, but you can see just that initiation range that you get out of the Earth Spirit. It's tremendous. And it's on such a low cooldown as well, 45 seconds.
Yeah, and he went for Vlad's Aura to buff even more armor and get some extra lifesteal to both Bristleback and, most important, Shadow Fiend.
Ditya taking some damage. They are going to be able to jump in. A big boulder smash connects onto 2. BZZ trying to run away. They buy back on the Shadow Demon. So buyback's down at least for the moment. Ditya continuing to hit away here. They throw out the ulti. A couple more stuns. Reflected back now and trying to get the counterplay. BZZ still in some trouble. Is going to drop down below half HP. G chasing down Vanscore. This would be a dieback for him. Does look like he's going to be able to walk away. The Shrine's keeping everybody a little bit tankier, and Benji, another counterplay. G is going to be controlled, trying to right-click him down. He gets graved last second and is going to be able to survive through this. Satanic coming into play now. The double revenant comes back as they create a couple more illusions of the Shadow Demon. Not going to do a lot there. Iceberg has another arrow in a second, but ends up getting hit one time and forced to leap away. Another stun onto Ditya. They're taking these barracks, and it does not look like this time Team Spirit have a great answer. Trying to throw out whatever damage they can, but everybody's just too tanky on Vega.
Everyone is so tanky on both sides, but especially the Shadow Fiend. Look at the armor on him. AC, Vlad's, plus Vive, plus Solar Crest if needed. And it's going up. Physical damage reduction 70%.
Well, they're not really capable of stopping him. They're going to pop the Shrines again, and Ditya staying alive here. Eyes on the prize, though. G just going to steadily take down these towers, and Snako kicks one back out, not able to complete the combination. As BZZ starting to deal a lot of damage to G, they might actually bring him down, but again, he gets Geomagnetic Grip down, and then the kick away. Oh, why? Snako, the late game Earth Spirit is just a terror to deal with.
Yeah, first he pulls him out, then the grave, then he kicks him
just
out again. Wow.
For a little bit of reference, look at how big the range is on Geomagnetic Grip, how far away you can cast it. This spell is absurd. So good.
Yeah, it's so big. I'm talking about Geomagnetic Grip.
You're talking about what? What the hell did you just say to me? Propositioning me, Lacoste? What's going on here?
No. No.
Okay.
I think you didn't hear it well.
Okay.
But let's get back to the game. Yeah, Luna still farming, has a Skady, wants to go for Daedalus.
Yeah.
They only have 2 set of Rexes on top lane. Roche is gonna spawn the next few minutes.
Just trying to be as annoying as they can to Ditya here. Stun and then run away. I want to take it too much to that. And, well, I think that you were very right when you were telling me that there wasn't a great chance for Team Spirit to get back into this. It's just feeling like it's too much of an uphill battle.
Yeah, well, Luna, Shadow Demon, uphill battles, plus Underlord and Mirana, they can just clear the whole wave, but they can't kill the heroes.
Yeah, Vanscore is queuing up a very optimistic Aghanim Scepter. It would be an amazing item this game for him, being able to take off like Presence of the Dark Lord and being able to take off Bristleback passive. Quite good. But
Yeah, yeah. Plus having the 2 extra charges.
Definitely. Oh, and now Bristleback has a Bloodthorn as well. I mean, they're not playing Dark Moon, but they're doing a lot, and this feels like it could be the last hurrah. A big smoke gank out. Aegis already down, and there's the initiation. The cogs onto 2. Oh, the stun. They're trying to get him away. The reflected Stormhammer onto FNG, and well, they just all Dark Rift the hell out of there. We don't want to play anymore.
Yeah, they're going in right now. Shadowfiend put the Boots of Travel in the backpack so he can have a slot for Aegis. Kinda slow, 315 move speed, but he doesn't need it. Pike is completed as well.
Talked about that Moon Shard as well. Already ate it up.
Yeah.
God, and you were talking about earlier, just the damage that he's dealing right now is tremendous. His hero really
500 damage, yeah, with True Strike, Lifesteal, and Critical Strike. Not bad.
Bad at all. Snako is going to get stunned now. The counterplay is there. Luna Glaives are starting to bounce. They have the Eclipse out as well, and Snako, forced to run back out and away, is not going to die there as of yet, at least. And BZZ stunned back, starting to take the right clicks from Shadow Fiend, is going to be able to walk away, but well, it showed Luna's not to be trifled with either.
You see how much damage she deals, but they have a lot of stuff to deny all that damage and just play around them with 4 staff, Sand Earth Spirit, plus 2 pipes of Insight online.
2 to 19, 30,000 net worth lead at this point. It would take a miracle, take something special.
Maybe a Daedalus and Luna.
Yeah.
Well, he's getting close to 2.5k away from it.
All right, let's play hypothetical game for a second here. What would be the items that Team Spirit would have to have for them to win this game? What do they need? What's the on each of the heroes?
Well, they're not getting close to any major items. I mean, Sven, even if he has a gold, can't build anything that can change the game. It's a Shadow Demon Aghanim Scepter and Daedalus and Luna. And that's it.
That's the things they need.
Yeah.
Well, G is just going to be able to be pulled back and away. Ditchiaraz taking a lot of damage here as well as Snako. They throw out the Magnetize, going to connect onto several. Nobody dying still. Shrines are on cooldown. Mag starting to back away, and they're going to be able to get a stun onto Ditchia. Back still turned to the rest of them. G popping his BKB, and now still has the Satanic available if he wants to go for it. FNG is God. Double kill, excuse me, and Vanscore also down. That's everybody dead. 2 to 23. It couldn't have been a better score as we finish this one off. And Vega Squadron just dismantled them.
Yeah, I was surprised that the game actually lasted so long. Well, it's Underlord and Shadow Demon Luna.
Game
just defending the... Yeah, it seems like the game server is attempting to...
The hell?
Whatever. Yeah.
I want to see the stats. Oh, God, it's just going to put me in the quest thing. All right, I'm going to try and reconnect. Maybe it'll show it then. Well, any final words about the game as we try and get back into it? Or about your thoughts on the series as a whole?
Well, I think the Team Spirit didn't play it correct from the start. They needed to make a movement with that Shadow Demon and Sven, make something happen, try to gank mid lane or get some
And gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the Dota 2 Asia Championships 2017. We're taking a look at the CIS playoffs. It is Team Spirit facing off against Vega Squadron, one game away from elimination. The world on their back, time against them. We're going to have to see if they can pull it back out and push it to a 3-game series. I'm Lyrical, going to be joined as well by Lacoste. Sir, how you doing?
Hello, beautiful people. It's me again. I'm doing fine. I expect not so much one-sided games. And yesterday we saw also one-sided games. I expect something more back and forth. And I think the rest expect this as well.
Yeah, I would tend to agree with you. I think that you have a lot to learn from Team Spirit in that last game. And it wasn't so much that it was like a huge problem with them consistently. Like, I felt like there were definitely elements of it that were play style. Like, but I think that also there was just like not a whole lot that they could do in the early game. They didn't have heroes that accomplished much, whereas you had the Earth Spirit, Seneko, just roaming around the map, and he was able to make stuff happen, get into that quick Midas, and did stuff in the late game too, and they banned it out. Do you think this is the right decision?
Well, if you don't have the answer for it, and if you can't play it, you just ban it out.
Seems good. Definitely. Chen also going to be banned out. Sort of a similar situation. We've seen Team Spirit make this happen time and again. They did decide to go back to the Underlord and Luna, so feeling like that was the way that they wanted to play the game. Is there any heroes that you feel like maybe could help accentuate the great team fight that this lineup has and like the 5-man potential? Maybe something instead of the Dazzle or something like the Dazzle there?
For Vega or for Team Spirit?
For Team Spirit.
Well, Dazzle is a good hero for them if they need more heal and they want to 5-man up earlier as well. And there it is for Vega Squadron, Dazzle.
Well, Team Spirit are going to go back for the IO and then the Drow. Wow, they are picking fast and furious. There's not been a whole heck of a lot of reserve time. What the hell are they doing?
Wow.
Okay, there's a lot to analyze here. Just open your mouth and let the words flow forth of what you're thinking these teams are doing.
Team Spirit, we know Iceberg likes to play tiny. IO, good buddy with him. It's gonna be mid. I wonder what's gonna be mid for Vega Squadron. Probably a Weaver and Dazzle, or like they can put Weaver Ogre Magi, or they can pick mid hero and have Dazzle sitting behind him. Ooh.
Wow, and then the Bane taken as well. So they really have shored up their lanes quite a lot. Like Luna Bane is a really strong lane. Io Tiny obviously incredibly strong, and then Underlord can hold his own. So to me, I feel like this setup from Team Spirit is quite hard to deal with. I guess Ogre's no slouch either, though.
Yeah, the damage reduction coming from Underlord and Io in the mid game is really huge. But I like the lineup. The lanes are really strong, as you mentioned. Io Tiny, Luna, and Bane, plus Underlord on the off lane. He can do his thing. I want to see what Vega's going to pick last. Because it can be a Weaver off lane that they have a lot of options open still.
Do you, if you're looking at these strong lanes, think, let's try and contest it, let's try and get aggressive, take fights, or do you think, let's just see what we can get out of it and then build into a mid-game advantage through trying to take down towers with our Weaver Drow Ranger combo? Do you like one of those two options better, or maybe a third that I'm not even talking about?
OD with Drow Ranger pairs well. Because of the extra damage, it's gonna be Weaver on off lane. I guess they want to make pressure during the, let's say, 13 to 20 minute mark, try to even end the game. That's the thing, but we'll see how the game develops. If you look at Tiny can pretty much, once he gets his blink up, can insta-kill Dazzle, Weaver, even Drow Ranger.
Yeah, I mean, even OD can sometimes run into some trouble in that lane. Or rather, against a Tiny blinking in. Not to mention all the lockdown that you get from Bane. I feel like he's been making a resurgence in recent Dota 2. So cool to see that. But we're going to hop into the game right now. At least switch over the overlays. Game 2, Team Spirit facing off against Vega Squadron. Elimination match for Team Spirit and Vega Squadron. Potentially one game away from moving up into the lower bracket finals. We're going to hop into it now. All right, Lacoste, how are you feeling about the way that each of these teams has drafted? Is there a draft that you like more, you feel like is maybe a bit more stable?
Team Spirit lineups seem so strong. I just need to see how they're gonna do during the laning phase. They have a lot of everything. This time, yesterday they played Tiny, but they didn't have a good carry, and the carry was underfarmed, if I remember correctly. This time they have Luna, so it won't be everything on the shoulders of a Tiny.
I like these wards placed down as well by FNG in the lane. You know, you talk about needing to have that carry have a good time, and one of the ways to start that is by making sure that you get a good laning phase. And dropping this ward, Bane should be able to harass with pretty much impunity, and it's not a spot that's likely to get dewarded. So
Yeah, he puts it a bit closer to his tier 1 tower. Usually people place it at the bottom so they can see more of the lane, but this way he makes sure it doesn't get denied.
Weaver off lane, something that's becoming more and more of a tradition. What are the big things that you need to be worried about with this hero? Is there anything that he's particularly vulnerable to, or a timing where you can just try and really shut him down?
Yeah, on the early levels he can be easily shut down with a well-timed Nightmare, but this time he has a Precision Aura from Drow Ranger, so he is stronger than the casual Weaver on off-lane.
Okay.
Yeah, but Bane is really hard to out-harass. Having a Brain Sap, 90 damage, plus healing himself for the same amount, just hard to deal with.
I think it's probably the best harassing spell in the game for the mana cost that you're using. Just so effective. 180 damage swap, particularly against a hero that doesn't really have a ton of HP to begin with. So Mag gonna have to be careful in this one. They just have one sentry ward though, so. Oh wait, they already have one down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, once FNG gets level 2, it's gonna be so easy to kill a mag, and he doesn't have any sentry boards for Weaver.
Look at Sioma in the mid lane here, just applying the damage on the Iceberg. He is going to salve up, and in the meantime, we can see that Io is going to be able to get these double stacks off. So really effective use of the jungle to start, and should continue to see this throughout the game from Vanscore.
Yeah, he's gonna do that every 2 minutes, because you can't stack every minute.
Absolutely not.
In the meantime, healing back up. Tiny, of course, just does now pick up his bottle. Had to take a little bit of damage from the creeps as well, and now he's actually just going to give the bottle charge to Iceberg exclusively until he gets that overcharge up. But bottom lane, we haven't talked about it a ton. It's Phobos versus Seneko and Ditya. Anything special in this lane to watch out for?
Oh, DK Phobos is gonna get a lot of XP, some last hits, because Ogre can harass, but once he uses his mana, he needs to go back, and the Drow Ranger can't out-harass Underlord.
Okay. Yeah, feels like maybe mid lane, particularly as you get those levels up on Iceberg, would be the one to watch for the tossbacks from Dazzle and all the other stuff. And Sioma is actually protecting a regen rune right now, and can see that Io checked the bottom spot, ends up picking up a bounty instead. Still going to be fine and dandy.
Yeah, G is gonna get that regen because he used all his mana, has a boots of speed, good pickup against Io and Tiny. That's what you need to go first item against them, so they can't catch you. Because Tiny also goes for boots of speed.
And you can see also that Weaver has not opted for any points in the Swarm yet at just level 2. Sometimes we see Weavers go for that early point and then head off to the jungle. But for now at least, still very scared Weaver at this point to come into lane, and FNG might end up starting to get the stacks going and clearing out those camps. But Io in the meantime, gonna go for round 2 of this. Should be pretty easy, I think. No, boom. Oh, come on. I believe. Oh, is it gonna be there?
No.
Oh, that's frustrating. I'd love for that to happen.
Yeah, Underlord is level 3.5 on the bottom. He's doing okay work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, yeah, Weaver just had to go to jungle. He was forced now. Iceberg.
Yeah, just a little toss back there onto Vanscore, and they were able to get him within tower range. That just seems like even like everybody who plays against Io Tiny in the mid lane knows that it's going to happen. There's just no way to stop it sometimes.
Yeah, he was caught a bit out of the position, was standing too far. Plus, OD doesn't have a Astral, not even one level. He went for that Arcane Orb and Aura build.
Ooh, Mag, maybe going to go down over here. They drop the extra Sentry Ward. They do find that kill. So things already looking a lot better for Team Spirit. They have already gotten the same amount of kills that they had at 40 minutes last game.
So. Yeah. Oh, Soniko. Let's see what he can do. Just using his club to harass Io.
What a guy. Snakeo's just going to run around and beat people. Not as much as of a playmaker, the Ogre, as compared to the Earth Spirit, but still quite good. If you're right now, you're Iceberg, are you feeling okay about this game? You're down about 6 CS to the OD, but you do still have those stacks to go back to in the jungle?
Yeah, he has stacks in the jungle, plus there's an Io, your companion, who's gonna be with you all the time, just heal you up, so he's fine. Just need some levels.
Ooh, and FNG is also going to rotate in, fills back up Vanscore's bottle. And if they want to, they can try and set something up here. They need to hit an Avalanche, 2 points in Brain Sap as well as 1 in Nightmare. And the Vision is going to be there. They spot out Bane, FNG playing it safe, so they're not going to be able to find it.
Yeah, but the OD is back on his hill. He knows something is up. Because you see the top lane, Weaver is just playing safe and Ogre is on top, and they're not trying to harass neither of them, so they know Bane is not on the lane.
Yeah, they realized it. They're going to try and go in now. BZZ manning up against Vega. Vanscore there to heal him back up. Good movement there to be able to TP in behind the trees. And now Seneko also in trouble. This is not something you were able to do previously, and he is going to drop. Vanscore finds that kill. 4-0 start. Vega hurting a little bit in this one.
Yeah, good rotation from Wisp, just healing that Luna. Bane just coming around, and meanwhile, Tiny just free farming on the mid lane. He is back on the track, same CS as OD.
I mean, just look at the map movement right now. You got 3 heroes from Vega that have been in the base and not really hitting creeps at all because they end up dying. Sioma's not able to get much. The lone sort of bright spot of this draft right now is Ditchiara, who's sitting on top of the CS and the net worth at this point.
Yeah, he's TPing top right now. They want to make a move. Draw Ranger is level 6. They want to make a kill, maybe even take a tower at top.
BZZ does have the Eclipse, and Vanscore not there with them, but they do have the Nightmare available from FNG. Do they have a TP ready? Io doesn't have a TP either. This is really scary.
Yeah, Eclipse is ready.
Oh, they're looking for it. FNG here. He's going to be the one that gets gone upon. Silence as well. They find that kill.
I know I should respect the dead, but first you have to earn it.
Yeah, that's how you play it. Draw Ranger TP is on top, meanwhile Dazzle gets some experience on bottom. Now he is on top as well, gonna ward, and they wanna force the tower. That's how you play with Draw Ranger.
I wonder, are they going to actually be giving these stacks over to the Luna eventually? She looks like she's heading off into the jungle, at least to take this medium one.
It's only one level of Moonglaive, so she can't farm that effectively. It's gonna be saved up for later, probably. It takes so much time to farm it.
Alright. In the meantime, though, the Radiant has been able to scout all this out. Really good vision into the enemy jungle. You can see this all throughout the top lane right now, so this is going to at least give them some insight as to when those stacks might start to be taken, and well, maybe even think about contesting them.
Yeah, that's how you play against Tiny, and when you know there's a Luna, and you take tier 1 tower down on their safe lane, so you know they're gonna be forced to go to jungle, so you need to set up vision there so you can get some easy kills.
Look at this Dazzle. He's just so unhappy right now, sitting with 2 Ironwood branches. That's all he's got. Oh, there he goes. He's got a Woodlice now. Look at that.
Almost full inventory.
God. Happiest Sioma in the world. All right, 1-4. They've gotten themselves a kill. They're starting to stack up the Ancients as well now, and looks like Iceberg is going to move in here and be able to finish off at least the start of this medium stack. It does have also his 1 point up in ulti, and
Dire's bottom tower
this is going to give him a nice little acceleration towards that Blink Dagger.
Yeah, that's what they need. It's gonna be up in the next 1 minute probably. That Blink Dagger, it's really good timing, considering he has a Power Threads and Magic Wand, and that's the time when they want to make a move. Luna is level 7, almost 8. Eclipse still not used.
He's still a little ways away from that blink and does not want to get picked off, that is for sure. The thing that I'm a little bit afraid about, though, is this has been 2 tier 1 towers taken in the matter of just over 2 minutes. So Vega Squadron certainly have a nice push that can work out for them in spite of the sort of deficit in kills.
Yeah, it's Drow Ranger, obviously, with Bloodlust level 2. Plus you took tier 2 towers down, I mean 2 tier 1 towers down, and you give a lot of gold. I mean, Ogre has a mana boots at 9 minutes. That's really good. They want to make a move right now. Is there gonna be a smoke?
Dire's middle tower
Seems like they want to either mid or Roche.
They actually are just going to walk in this direction, and nobody's scouting them out yet. They literally just walked into Roche. So that's good. And doesn't look like they know. Or do they?
Helm of the Dominator is completed on Drow Rangers, so she has that Centaur Conqueror, which has a stun. And you can it's always good to go for a Roche when you have that creep early. You can just scout and just stun the enemy team for 3 seconds. I mean 2 seconds for enemy heroes, 3 for creeps.
Yeah. Well, in the meantime... Oh, Iceberg! You just walked into hell. Is going to end up getting relocated out last second. The Eclipse comes in as well. They're actually going to be able to take that one. Maybe going to be able to find a bit more. Roche is so low. They are going to be able to come back in just a second with the Iceberg really low. They want to try and find this kill. Mag is in here as well. And Iceberg trying to salve back up. They throw out the bugs. Going to connect onto several. The Blink Dagger getting canceled right now by Iceberg. And they do end up snatching the Aegis. BZZ making it happen, and the Fiend script as well. They do get off, though. The Avalanche Toss combo onto G, not killing him off as of yet. They throw down the Sandy's Eclipse. Everybody's silenced now, trying to run away. BZZ might die, but will come back. 17 wand charges, actually. He should be able to stay alive through at least the first salvo. And with that, they end up taking it.
What a fight. There was a lot of stuff going on. Tiny initiating twice, good relocate from Io, healing him up. Coming back in again. I was surprised no one tried to take Roche. It was a solo Weaver trying to kill Roche, then Luna just went in, and the last hit was for Radiant, but Luna got the Aegis.
Very strange engagement. It felt like, I don't even know if necessarily that Tiny knew they were in there, did he? Because like there wasn't wards in the area for them.
There were no wards. It was a blind blink in with a stun. But a good decision coming out from him.
Van score quick on the draw as well, as you mentioned. So bottom lane now, this is the gank train. You've got Nightmare to start it off and then relocate in as well. They drop the ward, they've got him there. Relocate coming, Mag in trouble, and that should be a kill.
What a play from FNG. First he places a sentry ward on the bottom side, then he sees Weaver ran out, so he places a observer ward so he can have a vision on him to put this Nightmare on him.
Meanwhile in the mid lane, DK Phobos setting up Iceberg. They get the Fire Blast, so Blink Dagger disabled. He can't go back in as of yet. Very frustrating to play against that Ignite.
Yeah, Drow Ranger's level 10, and she has 200 damage with that Alpha Wolf.
Haste.
They need to be careful, not letting Drow Ranger to attack freely in the team fights.
Sioma is going to get the TP. No, excuse me, just going to get the Grave off, and looks to end up getting taken down nonetheless by Van Score. Nice play there to pick him up. And buys a TP. Definitely want to make sure you have one of those.
Always.
So, given the past couple of minutes and the way that it's gone, are you feeling like one team is maybe in a little bit of a stronger position, or do you think that both teams are still pretty happy with how it's all gone?
Seems like a pretty even game at this point. It's gonna depend a lot on the initiation, who's gonna get a better initiation. I expect Tiny, because he has a Blink Dagger, not much of initiation on the Vega Squadron.
Okay. We also do see... I'll go for it.
They still have Aegis as well on Luna, plus Eclipse is ready.
And that relocate ready to come down bottom in a second. FNG is here with Fiend's Crypt, and this feels to me like it would be a really great time for them to fight, but they spot out Ditchy Ra and don't want to end up chasing it any further. Yeah,
if Team Spirit can show on the lanes with only Bane and Luna, and on the other hand they can just farm with IO Tiny, relocate, and Underlord can come with Dark Rift as well, so it's the surprise effect just showing up simultaneously with 3 heroes.
Ooh, a little bit off on the gust there. Van Score going to get pulled back in. Nice relocate out before the Fire Blast hit. That probably would have been the death of him if Drow had just gotten a couple right clicks off there. A lot of damage he's doing.
Yeah, Gust was on cooldown as well.
Well, FNG has kind of been, to me at least, the playmaker of this game. You've got the follow-up with the relocate, but it's all set up by him and his movement around the map, so kudos to him.
Yeah, that is correct. Really nice movement coming out from Bane. Good setups. We didn't mention OD so far. He's really farmed. Power Threads, 4 staff plus Hand of Midas being level 12. Highest level in the game right now, besides Underlord. And Luna. Just hit level 12, so.
Do you see G being able to do a lot in this game? He sometimes on an OD can suffer from lack of mobility. Do you think the 4 staff is going to be enough for him in these fights?
Yeah, he needs Pike, probably, next item into Blink Dagger, so he can position himself and maneuver. Plus he has Precision Aura, you can't underestimate that. Plus 37 damage, plus when the orb gets level 4, it's a lot of damage in the fights.
Well, and a big smoke play up towards the top lane. We do have 3 points up in Pit of Malice.
Oh, look at Luna killing that juicy stack.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, already has the Mantis style completed, and they're also going to use the Shrine now. This is again a little bit scary as it looks like the fight is going to start, and well, they see the Midas was used, so Vega Squadron is going to get set up here in the top lane.
Yeah, I forgot one more thing when I was talking how big OD can get. He has Bloodlust as well, plus Alpha Wolf Aura.
Here comes the start of it. Firestorm, Seneko just going to back out a little bit. They got the relocate play coming in. They do get the Gust this time. Nice little combo there, but Iceberg is going to have the Blink Dagger looking for the chase. He can toss one of his allies forward if he wants to, but needs to make sure that he's able to keep that vision and the smoke even for a little bit more. They're going to toss FNG. Nicely done onto Ditchy Ra. Goes for the Shadow Boy play, but there's going to be the Sentry Ward drop down. Another big Gust. Iceberg is going to be able to follow it up, though. One more punch, and they take it down.
Yeah, Weaver should die there. A bit of misplay from Io. There was a Nightmare on him, but he hit him with a Spirits, so he woke him up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That would have been nice. Well, Van Score maybe realizing that he ended up making a misplay, gonna unbind that key or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't end up happening, but they sent the IO back, kept the Tiny with them, but a really great team fight and showing how effective this lineup can be when you get the 5-man working.
Well, 5-man with both teams have a good 5-man, and though Team Spirit has a better one with mech completed on Underlord and IO heals with Earn Charges, Bottle, plus Luna Ult, Pit of Malice.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Well, the TP to come back this way, Mag might have spotted it there and is going to run into Van Score. Tries to bring him down, is going to be able to tether away at least for the moment to a creep, and now the TP rotation coming in from the Luna. Timelapse is backing away, realizing that was going to get too testy.
G spotted them. He knows they're coming for him, but TP is on cooldown. I hope they use the scan. Do they have it? Yeah, they do. It's ready. All right.
It's one of those moments where you'd love to be able to do it, and well, now they ping out that there's people in the area. They're going to head back out and away. Vision game, it's worth noting that I think Vega Squadron have been doing a better job of getting that aggressive vision down this game, and they did a good job of it last game as well. Team Spirit also, a nice war deep in the jungle. But we'll have to see how the next couple of minutes play out with smoke rotations, and also, of course, real kickings.
Yeah, both teams have good deep wards in enemy jungle, so they can see the movement where the smokes actually come out. But usually when the smoke comes out, you don't want to risk it. You place a sentry ward just to be sure that they don't see you.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
As has seemed to be the sort of tendency, at least this game, we're seeing another medallion picked up, this time for Mag, who's also now going to be going back for the Dragonlance. Do you like the casual medallion pickup for the Weaver?
Well, it's position 3 Weaver off lane. She lacked some damage, and there's a lot of damage coming out from Precision Aura, plus the Swarm, and the Draw Ranger hits so hard, plus OD. There's
Whoa, there's gonna be G, and Mag also controlled. Yeah, you let Iceberg get those kills. He's going to be feeding on you all game. They're coming back, though, and they run right into hell. Seneko is going to end up trying to find a kill. They're canceling the Blink Dagger of Iceberg, in a lot of trouble himself, and does have the Echo Saber, another Avatos combo. He can throw one backwards behind him if he wants to, but is going to get Dark Rifted in upon. They want to try and turn onto this. A nice play. Can they actually do it, though? They have the Eclipse out as well. Seneko already starting to drop low and is going to fall. Dominating spree there as Sioma is going to try and TP out. The toss a little bit off the mark, and they aren't going to be able to do it. As it looks like the chase for Ditya is going to continue. They have the Nightmare down, Vision there as well. Another Lucent Beam is available. They're going to wait for everybody to get in on the fun and action as, well, that's another kill going back their way. Team Spirit came to play.
Yeah, Team Spirit looking strong in this game. Well, at least Draw Ranger bought a Shadow Blade before she died. Meanwhile, Tiny also building a one after the tower he gets him, so it's gonna be easier to get a pick off on Dazzle or on a Weaver, maybe even on Drow Rangers, especially with that Echo Saber build. Yesterday we saw him playing Aghanim Scepter straight after the Blink Dagger.
Yeah, it was quite strong, and I think that this one is working out for them a little bit better in some ways, and now you're breaking down this tier 3 tower. No buyback on the Drow. Seneko gonna die, just ends up getting hit by that Pit of Malice, and they're taking your first lane of barracks at 20 minutes.
Yeah, Team Spirit had enough. 16 kills, 20 minutes, Rex is down.
Jeez.
And he wants to reinitiate.
Wants to go on him. Sioma is there. One right click would probably do enough, and actually gets his Blink Dagger canceled. I think that if Mag didn't run through him at that point and Dazzle stuck around, they might have won for it.
That's one of the plays you want to make. When you kill the enemy Rexes, you go out and then maybe smoke in, or if you have a Shadow Blade or something, because enemy team don't expect that it will happen. It's kind of a surprise.
Now, apparently they still need to take these tier 1 towers, still standing in the mid lane. Not often that you see something like that, but... Oh, Ditya walks through a sentry ward. They realize that Drow is there. Iceberg waiting to see if anybody else showed up, but they're going to sneak into Roast. This is a pretty bold, but I think needed play by Vega. Unfortunately, it is going to be scouted by this Alpha Wolf right away.
Yeah, plus Luna has a Hurricane Plank. She didn't went for straight Manta, just Yasha into Pike, so she can position herself better after getting a Gust or getting focused by OD.
Oh, this could be really bad. The BZZ has Eclipse again if they want to go for it. They end up canceling the Pit of Malice. Good decision by Vega to back. They also got their Courier taken down. Another smoke play now. Vega, though, they are going to be able to get the ulti off, still already able to bring down one. Seneko is dead. Ditya in some trouble as well. The Eclipse damage and the right clicks coming out. They can't quite control him and bring him down, but there's the toss up and the kill off by Iceberg.
Oh, Iceberg is chasing more. Dazzle doesn't have any sentries left.
Oh no. Echo Saber proc, one avalanche, and he's gone as well. And And G tries to do it, but a nice blink out and away. Iceberg is not going to be denied. They're going to get this Aegis. They kill off 3, and it felt so easy.
Yeah, Team Spirit really doing it this game. Tiny picks up an Aegis. They have so much control in Bane, Underlord, and damage reduction. So even Glimmer Cape finished on Io. It's gonna be hard to fight for Vega right now. Plus Crimson Guard is up, plus Guardian Greaves on Underlord. So that right-click damage is hardly reduced.
I mean, Io also does have that Glimmer Cape as well, so even like the magical damage coming out from a Sanity's Eclipse or something isn't necessarily going to be able to finish off the job. And now the 5-man from Team Spirit feeling quite hard to deal with.
Yeah, they want to go take tier 2 tower top probably, or get a pick off. We're just showing up with Relocate, setting up kills with a Tiny from Shadowblade, who upgraded it to Silver Edge. He is in.
Iceberg. He doesn't care. Do they spot him here? They are going to... There's Ditchia, Ava, toss. Another right click. Oh. And there's the magical number. They take him down again. Sioma, Lucent Beam, just has to force out the Grave already. They have the Fire Blast there, but they really don't have any great follow-up. They find that kill as well. Toss back in one more. They buy back on Ditchiara, even if it's just for the damage. But Iceberg is hunted. He wants to go on him. He's going to go right away, but they have that Sentry Ward already down. On the rest of the fight, they throw in a Sanity's Eclipse and kill off FNG. Snako trying to run away is going to go down. Triple kill for BZZ, and yeah, GG is just going to get called. Vega, they've had enough. G is going to hide, but their Ancient is going to fall. Ultra to end it. Why not?
Clean game from Team Spirit. They executed it really well. Tiny had the time of his life on mid, got some stacks, killed it, got early Blink Dagger on, and the early movement from Bane really set up those kills easily. Plus Luna was free farming meanwhile. And that Underlord, I don't know if he had some gold hack or what happened, didn't keep eyes on him much, but there was a lot of items on him. I gotta check the gold that he farmed.
He got so much. That was pretty absurd. Yeah, I don't know. I think that, to me at least, it felt like Team Spirit just came back with a really cohesive draft of what they wanted to execute. And Vega Squadron, they're going to have to respond because it's all tied up now, one apiece. Lacoste, how are you feeling about game number 3?
Who loses the next game goes home with nothing. So I expect if they have anything super prepared, they're going to go with it this game. Team Spirit, they like to play aggressively and have a lineup that is mobile, and they rely much on a heal. They always have some kind of a heal, either Chen, either Dazzle, Wisp, this time Underlord as well. Some heavy lineups with a lot of heal who can 5-man up early.
Okay. Well, and I guess maybe thinking back to something funky even, like an Ancient Apparition or possibly just any other out-spam heroes, maybe Coddle. We'll see what they decide and come up with, but we'll be back in just a little bit. Again, Lyrical and Lacoste are 2 commentators. Follow us on Twitter if you feel so inclined, but make sure you keep on following DAC 2017. After these CIS games today, we're going to be having more from NA, where I think it is the final set of games, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that America's is wrapping up today. And then we also do have the rest of CIS, which is going to conclude tomorrow. So a lot on the line.
as the game too. By the way, hello everybody, Dotas all across the globe. You know what we need? We need the African Dota team.
They have them.
They do?
Yeah, there's a couple. There's Bravado Gaming, which is a South African Dota team. There's White Tiger, I think. No, what was the name of it? Something. There's a couple of them. I met them actually. They're really good.
What about Antarctica Dota team?
No, they don't play Dota down there. They just like take core samples of the ice and then talk about things that are boring. But I agree with you. We should have it there.
Silencer.
Oh, Silencer is always nice to have Silencer. Whenever I see Silencer, when I was casting with Dakota, I started to rub my hands, and he actually heard it.
That's pretty good. I think everybody gets a little bit excited when they see a Silencer. It's a good hero. It's really freaking good, and the CIS region is loving it as well nowadays in that 4 position.
Might be a mid one, might be a position 4. When I see a Silencer, I always try to see if he can break like the record from the intelligence stall and go past 50 or something. I'm not saying it's a record, but it's huge.
Yeah, quite an impressive one, I'm sure. And it's a hero that, you know, just by virtue of getting a very aggressive in-your-face lineup, it ends up stacking it up and scaling into a late game core. Really good stuff there. Not to mention just that initiation potential. Particularly if you have something like a saving hero, the Dazzle on Vega Squadron, could run into some issues with that as well. But already they've built into a hero that's going to build Manta in the Terrorblade, so they might have an answer at a decent time.
Yeah, once Manta is up, Terrorblade should be fine to remove the global silence, but this Dazzle is not gonna have anything to counter the global silence with. From Team Spirit, I expect them to get some kind of initiation hero because they need it. It's always good to have like classic initiation, something like Batrider. They can't have it here unless it's position 4. Underlord, but you just grab one, use global silence, and then kill him.
Yeah, and I really like this as well. The Nyx Assassin and the Tinker, honestly. I feel like Nyx can sometimes run into some issues, but like the Tinker is so good against the Terrorblade. It's just such a hard counter, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Nyx Assassin picked up pretty instantly against Tinker because of the Spike Carapace and Vision providing against Tinker. Just some easy kills for him. Maybe for mid lane, maybe an Invoker for Vega Squadron, just to have more control, more damage output, magical damage, and some Sunstrikes, easy combinations with Nyx Assassin.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. That'd be pretty cool. And it feels like it's something that could fit within their draft, too. Already a lot of team fight there with the Earth Spirit, too. So pretty neat. I like it. They're going to ban out the... they're going to ban out the Shadow Demon. I'm kind of wondering as well, with the Storm Spirit already gone, is there anything else that you really like in the mid lane besides that?
Let me just check. What is there else?
10 seconds.
I mean, it's pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, I see Invoker as the best option so far.
Yeah. Team Spirit, on the other hand, maybe something else out of their last
Queen of Pain
support role. Ooh, Queen of Pain. It's nifty.
Yeah.
Is it as good without the Blade Mail changes now?
It's still good, and it's let's call it a natural Yule Scepter carrier, so she can remove silence, dodge things, and overall really strong hero on mid, doing good against Tinker as well.
Okay. And we have the last pick. They've built up a lot of time to think about it and try and figure out what their pick is going to be. What is there anything that might give them pause about it? I guess Silencer is pretty good against Invoker. They're going to go Lesh, actually. Okay.
Team pick.
Earth Shaker.
Wow. A lot of new picks, not common picks that we see.
All right, so real quickly, I'm going to switch over to this thing, and then I want you to tell me why, oh why, they decided to go Lesh and then Earthshaker. But let's switch over now. Oh, and we're back. So what the hell is happening? Break this down for me.
It was pretty fast, Lashrak. I can't see the reason why it was picked, because it gets destroyed by a silencer on the mid lane. He's gonna do well, especially with Earth Spirit rotations.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a mid lash. Against Tinker, well, Tinker is gonna do fine, and if he has Earthshaker behind him, they can't dive with Earth Spirit, so and the top lane is fine for them.
Okay. I'm really curious to see how they play out this Earthshaker. I will mention one thing that I saw before was an Earthshaker who is capable of doing these pulls over here on this camp. With a fissure block at a certain angle, you could actually still get the pull off. So it was one of the few remaining really weird pulling mechanics that was in the game. I don't know if FNG spotted the game where somebody else was trying it, or it might have actually been Team Spirit that was doing it themselves. But it is something that's possible. So we'll just have to keep that alive in the back of our mind.
I didn't see that. I hope he knows it, so he shows it to all of us how it's done. But FNG known for his Earthshaker plays, so...
Oh, and gets the D ward here as well, spotting out exactly where it could be. I think, was it you that was telling me that FNG used to go in between the games also and just like check real quickly where the ward spots were and then go for the D ward?
No.
Okay, somebody was telling me that. I don't remember who. They also double check. They make like so sure that these are not going to get dewarded. I wanted to give you some credit right there. You're just like, hell no. What are you talking about, fool?
Well, I'm not gonna take credit for someone else's thing, so...
You're such a noble person.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Nobel Prize winner 2K17.
FNG gonna leave that over for BZZ, heading back out across the map. God, I really want to see if he does it. In the meantime, Iceberg took a lot of damage over here and did end up getting his bounty rune stolen by Snako, so not what you want to have happen.
Yeah, Tinker half HP, less than half, plus rune stolen. Good luck with that.
Earthshaker doesn't even have any mana or anything to give over to him. Is this a point where you might be thinking about going over to the shrine right at the start for Iceberg?
He'll wait just a little bit. Shaker will be behind him if they try to go, so he'll use the shrine in the next 1 minute probably. Or just bring the flask, he's 50 gold away.
Still can't get over you're just like, no, it's not me.
Great.
God dang it. Well, they're ready to go again. We'll see what ends up happening here. Trying to block off the creep wave. This is what I was talking about, though. See, that angle that you end up casting it at, it actually lets the creeps still go by. And that was the time when you can block off this wave over here and then just funnel them right into a pull. But it ends up actually hurting them, that mechanic.
Yeah, but look what Mag is doing. He bought a poor man's shield and he skipped the wave between tier 1 and tier 2 tower and just got the whole creep wave, and it's gonna drag it to his tower, just farm it safely there.
Looks like BZZ is going to try and pull around his creep wave as well. Does not want to get it. We end up missing the first blood in the mid lane. They're able to find it onto Snako's step just a bit too far afoot. So while that was happening, they make a kill happen.
Yeah, good. Now they're going to use Shrine. Good Fisher by Earthshaker. They split the gold.
Fine and dandy.
Dichia on bottom using meta.
Yeah, used that quite early. We'll be able to obviously dominate the lane here, but maybe they can make something happen. Over here to the side, you wouldn't think that Snako would be caught out like that since he can just rolling boulder over the fissure, right?
Oh, he went in first. He was trying to make a go and Lash to stand after that, and then the Fisher came.
I have to be really quick on my camera work this game. I feel like there's kill potential in some ways, all three of the lanes. I guess not when Metamorphosis is down for Vega Squadron, but I'll wrap around here. FNG, he does have the fissure block.
Nice.
He's in some trouble. That's going to be a kill, I do believe, as we get the Lucent Beam off in the end. It's just too hard against that fissure block.
Yeah, first 2 intelligence stolen from Vanscore.
Just a touch. Yes.
And Snako getting those early bounty runes. Do you think this is a game where he's going to try and look for that Midas again?
Probably. It's always good to go for a Midas. I love the build actually, because it gives you so much more. Because Earth Spirit has no farm potential, and just his talents are really good. Oh, he's gonna go in. Nice kickback.
Alright, trying to control up Iceberg. FNG, Fissure on cooldown, turns on to G, trying to bring him down. Can they actually find it? They get the Fissure, but not the kill. G alive on 14 HP, and now FNG able to kill off Snako, actually. Trying to run away, and does have a clarity as well as no shrine to go to. He's going to end up dying. Sioma find him.
Sanctioned by the order.
Good rotations from Dazzle. Well, when Dazzle rotates like that, Underlords gonna have an easier time on bottom, of course. I wonder what Mag is gonna do. He's level 3 right now.
Snako's blocked off, but he can actually get out of there. So what about Mag now? You think that he's gonna have a decent time up here?
Yeah, because there was so many rotations. He's level 3, has a Quelling Blade. That's what Mag kind of always does. Always gets Quelling Blade or even Iron Talon, and just farms the jungle when he feels threatened on the lane.
Okay. I'm taking a look at these CS so far, and it just feels like Leshrac is so dominant. 18-9 versus the 6-3 of Iceberg. And he was so much a part of that early success of the last game, as Phobos is going to be pressured out of bottom again. How concerned would you be right now if your Team Spirit?
It's still decent. They got the kill. They're even leading in kills. Iceberg has his boots of speed and working towards that bottle. He just skipped the bottle first, so he doesn't die from Lash Stun, so he can position himself better if they try to go on him. But it's all good.
Okay.
Earthshaker is in this meanwhile.
Yeah, that is potentially a kill rune here, as G is still up on the high ground and obviously no vision. Thinking about going for it. He can get the block off if he wants. Nicely played there, and on top of G, chase continues. Snako, they are going to be able to find that kill. Snako not there to help.
Perfect.
Not a whole lot you can do about that one.
Well, the best rune he can get. Whose bottle is it? It's G's bottle on Earth Spirit. We're just gonna use it all, give it back to him. Infused Raindrop picked up by Leshrac. It's good against Thinker, obviously, to deny some damage, plus Earthshaker. Oh, they're making a go.
Yeah, they want to do this. The follow-up, Split Earth, and everything thrown out. Snako just gonna TP out as well, as going to end up being able to make it back home. Alive on barely anything there. So good movement, and well, again, that's a rotation, so Luna ends up giving up a lot of CS here to Mag, I'm sure.
Yeah, that is correct. Mid actions again. Let's see if he can get a good Fissure.
Yeah, G taking a long way home. This is a really good play by him.
There's no angle.
Same time, we do have the pull that went off over to the side. Luna's still having a quite good time in this lane, as more battles going on over here. FNG controlled, but not able to be ran down. Still maxing out that Split Earth. Quite a lot of damage, as well as a decent stun pretty consistently. Silence hits onto one. Snako chasing an Iceberg. Nothing doing.
Coin for me.
Silencer is playing that position 5. I'm kind of more fan of Silencer being position 4. We're just roaming around in the early stages and getting some early intelligence up.
Haste.
Yeah, and he should continue to have a decent time, right? Like, he can keep zoning out this Nyx pretty effectively.
Yeah, Nyx is gonna go back to Shrine. It's ready in 1 minute. Just gonna farm the creep camp there with Iron Talon. All good for him.
Well, and in the meantime, also G, he actually, in spite of having that early CS lead, isn't completely and totally dominant here. Only 400 gold ahead of that Tinker. What's sort of the way that you try and play this out for G in the new version of the Leshrac in this mid lane? Is there any item changes?
Probably a Yule Scepter to remove the global silence, and that arcane curse, and he can dodge Luna ulti or whatever. It gives him some nice mana pool as well. So that's the core item, I guess. So if you look at the talent tree, is plus 125 health is good, because if you're gonna go for Yule Scepter, then you lack some HP. But I'm wondering when the Terrorblade's gonna kick in. He's starting to TP right now. There it is, smoke coming out.
Yeah. Not quite max points up yet in Metamorphosis, but 3 will do more than enough. Of course, it's a little bit scary going against this Luna with Eclipse ready. Vanscore here as well. No global yet. Do we have any TPs?
But they're behind them already. Oh, good carapace.
Trying to go. Oh, they pinged out. Sioma was there. They spotted him for just a second, it looked like, and now they might not actually be able to take this. We do still have a TP available on FNG, but they're going to go in on the mid lane. They actually are able to control up Snako, and is going to roll back out and away, and they'll be able to stay alive.
Yeah, Vega wasted a lot of time on top, trying to kill on Luna, but they don't have any initiation. Nyx Assassin is still level 4, Dazzle only 1 poison in level touch, no reflection on Terrorblade, so there's no way to kill Luna.
Very strange movement there. It felt like maybe just showing a little bit too early or something. And Team Spirit do bring up Phobos, so they're missing out a lot on this bottom lane as well. But obviously more important that the Terrorblade gets that farm than the Underlord.
Well, since Terrorblade TP'd, Underlord was expecting for him to use Metamorphosis and then just push the tower, so he's the one who's the most effective against the push with level 4 Firestorm.
Big stack here in the jungle as well. Unfortunately, didn't end up hitting that next round. And Iceberg only has 2 points up in the March right now, but could potentially go back for more as he gets his next couple of levels. And then farm up his bots. Almost has it already. I feel like he's quite happy at this point in the game. And even though he's 4th in the net worth, it's not terrible.
Yeah, judging how the bad start from him came. Rune stolen. He almost died, had 200 HP. He is really good. 10 minutes boots of travel is gonna be good enough.
And score stealing creeps from BZZ as well. What a guy. Can't believe he's doing it. Meanwhile, mid lane, Mag trying to set up, but guess what? There is a Sentry Ward right there. Everybody knows exactly what's happening. It is a great matchup, though. The Spike Carapace and looking for that initiation onto Iceberg, not able to find it. But this, in the later stages of the game, is going to become a problem for the Tinker, I feel like.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin always a good counter to Tinker. Seems like there's a lot of bad plays actually coming out. A lot of missed timings, bad rotations in general. Like the one from Terrorblade. We don't see much action.
Keep in mind as well that this is still the lower bracket matchup, and both of these teams got pretty well handled by the teams that are in the upper bracket. But still elimination match, and there's a lot on the line here. Maybe the nerves settling in a little bit for them.
Yeah, it's always like that pretty much when you're playing the last game of BO3. You always play it really safe, especially if you're dropping out.
Another TP back here just outside of range, but FNG is going to show now, so Ichira ends up getting hit. They pop the glyph. Mag trying to go in from the backside. They have the Sentry Ward down and is going to be able to hit the Impale, but DK Phobos throws out the Pit of Malice as well. G trying to get into range, but now Iceberg also there, and it's going to start spamming out March as well as everything else, and that should signal the Vega to back off.
Earth Spirit is level 6. We expect some... Oh, he's going for that Midas again. We need some good magnetize. When Terrorblade meta is up, they'll try to take the top tower. There it is. He's there already.
Yeah. Global is online now, so that could be a difference maker in these fights. We have TPs, I believe, on most of the important heroes. Luna actually doesn't have one. Would love to see her pick that up at the side shot pretty soon here. But there it is, going on to Vanscore. No great answer for that one. They just get the initiation from Mag.
Yeah, Mag is being level 7 right now. Has Vendetta ready, mana boots. He can search for one more kill.
BZZ is going to end up taking a Magnetize. Boulder Smash as well is going to turn Pop the Eclipse. I don't know if... Well, Sineko's still alive. Reapplies the Magnetize again. And they didn't have a chance of killing him there.
No, with Infused Raindrop and Magic Wand charges, her being level 10, you just can't kill her.
It's quite odd. Iceberg bots up. Can finish off Soul Ring as well. Mag heading through. He is going to be going underneath this Sentry Ward, and now they get the stun. He walks back into it now. There's going to be the Fissure drop down as well as the Pit of Malice, but the Spike Carapace keeps him off of him, and still no dust to reveal that Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, both Earthshaker and Silencer investing so much gold in Sentry Wards when playing against Nyx. If you look at Silencer, he's level 6, but has boots and magic stick only.
That's very frustrating. 988 net worth. That is the poverty life indeed. What do you think about the Leshrac going for the first item, Bloodstone? We talked about like a Yule Scepter to be able to set up kills, but do you think this is the right answer?
Well, he's gonna tank up with Bloodstone, and after he gets it, they're gonna try to fight a lot, so to add some extra charges on it, but I still think he needs either BKB after that or Yule Scepter, or maybe even go for both.
Okay. That's quite important, obviously, staying alive in these engagements. Waiting a while probably for the FNG Blink Dagger to come online, as Phobos is out here and starting to try and kill off the creep wave. There's no tower to TP to, and with Metamorphosis off cooldown 6 seconds, he's just going to Dark Rift away. They're not going to be able to get him.
Yeah, mid tower is pretty low for Team Spirit, 200 HP only, but they're trying to make an action on bottom. Meanwhile, Luna dominated that Alpha Wolf, the best creep in my opinion for the push, for the team in general.
In the meantime, they're going to be able to defend mid as well. Tinker's set up there, throwing out missiles, keeping them back. All is fine and dandy. I guess the top lane is going to be the main area where they can try and pressure a little bit. Metamorphosis still not used, and Mag hiding behind. They do drop down a Sentry Ward, realize the Mag is there. FNG gets off the stun in time. They follow up the Split Earth, not going to connect. Sineko died on the bottom lane, and they actually are going to be able to kill off the Sentry Ward before they can kill off the other ones of Vega.
Yeah, they killed Soneko on bottom and took the tower. There's a TP's coming out. Do they want to defend it? I mean, there's nothing to defend actually, but...
Okay, and Sioma is probably going to go down here. Yeah, there's the Lucent Beam. Going to try and grave, but that's a rough one indeed.
Yeah, that made no sense. TPing to bottom tower that actually died.
I mean, I guess space created. G is able to take down the mid-tier one. That's a thing,
yeah,
sort of.
At least it's something.
But I feel like you're giving away so much to this Luna at this point, who has the Yasha online, top of the net worth, and I don't know. It's a scary prospect indeed.
They have a lot of stuff to deal with. Terrorblade, Earthshaker, Silencer, bouncing from Luna, plus the main one, Tinker. Well, as it goes for Tinker's build, probably after the Blink Dagger, Ether Lance, maybe into Aghanim Scepter to clear all those illusions.
It seems to be the preferred build against these Terrorblades, and well, you can see up there in the top lane, they had Mag there to protect the Ditchia Ra Terrorblade just in case anybody happened to go on him, but popped Metamorphosis, brought the tower down low, but didn't end up finishing it off. So I'm sure a very frustrating game. The thing that they can sort of hang their hat on is that Sineko has been able to finish up that Midas. You've got a couple of cores that should be able to remain effective throughout the game. And, well, Bloodstone just around the corner for G as well.
He got it, plus he has a Region Rune. He's full. One thing I have to say about carries who lack mana, the backpack is now really good, and I see a lot of players doing it, which is great. To just keep few clarity potions in the backpack and then just use it, because you can just farm the lane. Creeps can't remove it anymore. It's about those little things.
Yeah. Look at this movement right now. BZZ, they're within range of this tower. If he steps out too far, is going to rapidly be killed off, but it looks like they've turned their sights now onto Iceberg. The bigger kill blinks out and away, and they do have the rolling boulder forward. Everybody on the high ground. Global
Nice
Silence
global.
comes out, trying to save him, and it does look like he's going to drop low. Is he going to die? They do find that kill. Vanscore on the other side, getting chased down by Ditchiaran. Haven't been able to run him down yet. More Magnetize applied, but he should be able to walk back to the shrine there. And that should keep him alive. Wait, shrine? Oh, Vanscore knew the numbers. He backs off. Doesn't need to use it. Already a great fight from Vega. Do they decide to stick around any longer?
Yeah, they want to take that tower.
Alright, G getting hit. They have Fissure back up in 1 second. Available now.
Vega's just gonna back off right now, back to farming.
Decision there. G?
Invisibility.
They're TPing in on top. If they lose G right here, this could be really bad. But
They can
Seal's
always
there.
suicide. There's a grave also available.
Alright, they come in. There's the Nyx Assassin catch. Iceberg dropped low, not dead as of yet. They are going to be able to find that kill on a mag. So that keeps him alive for the moment. FNG, Blink Dagger yet, very close to it, but looks like they're just going to have to call it right there. And man, just a few hundred gold more, and FNG probably could have made a huge play.
Coin for me.
Yeah, with that Blink Dagger. Mag sacrificed himself for G, actually. There, well, Leshrac has Yule Scepter right now in a quick buy, which is a good item, smart one. He needs to remove the global, curse, whatever, just have one defensive item. They're gonna go on Luna on top.
It's a lot of damage coming out. Obviously no Metamorphosis this time around, but Iceberg shows up. They turn to fight. BZZ still a little bit low. They're going to be trying to go for the Dark Rift in, but, well, they can't do it. Not enough to keep him.
Earthshaker has a Blink Dagger right now.
Ooh.
Plus, let's check Earthshaker's talents. Plus 2500 mana. Plus 50 damage.
I feel like the Enchant Totem cooldown is cool, but probably not likely to get there. Oh.
Yeah,
This could be the moment. G is showing up in the middle of the lane. Oh, go for it.
there was no creep wave.
Yeah,
Only
I
one
guess
creep.
that's true. See, this is why I used to be a player, and I'm just a scrub. But,
Yeah, used to be.
no.
Yeah, maybe next wave. This wave, Earthshaker still didn't show up.
There it
There
is.
it goes.
Onto G, Fissure, every damn thing. And does not even get the suicide there. Looked like he might have been able to for a second, but dropping down those Bloodstone charges.
He had the time to suicide, but also Global Silence committed for that kill. Probably because they didn't have an eyes on Dazzle, and they were afraid he's gonna get graved, and it could be a mess right after that.
Well, that is a great timing for them to move now into Roshan. Echo Slam down, as well as Global down, as you mentioned. And they're just gonna move in and take it, and it's like either Spirit don't realize it or don't want to contest.
Well, with Global Silence on cooldown, Earthshaker ulti down, and they don't want to go for it.
But we'll be able to at least pressure for a tier 2 tower in this bottom lane. BZZ going to do some damage. They need to be careful about their retreat, though. Definitely is a scary moment, and yeah, looks like they're going to back out, at least for now. Maybe it could be a fake back to go on Ditchia. Does have the Aegis on him, but they're not going to press it.
Luna, just casual Yasha, and want to go for BKB after that to counter all the magic damage from Lash, Magnetize, and the Nyx. Good choice.
But it.
We don't see much BKBs picked up on Luna lately, especially in this meta. You just tank up with the items Manta, Dragonlance, Eye of Skadi.
Feels like a much safer choice against this Leshrac. They've invested so much into him already to try and do the damage, and it's just not going to end up happening as much. Obviously, Diabolic Edict is still something that's really difficult to deal with in spite of that, but if you're fighting in big groups, it might end up sort of mitigating that potential even a little bit as well. Oh, Mag? I don't think that they can set up on him here.
Let's see. No, there we go. Go back, Mag. Used ultimate. We'll try to scout, see where the enemy team is.
And Earthshaker has already gotten so much more out of this early than had previously. Like the Blink Dagger and now the Staff of Wizardry. Trying to build into that Force Staff ASAP.
Yeah, he got his Blink Dagger to position himself so he can initiate. Maybe a Yule Scepter would be a better choice, so he can also... Oh, top lane.
Oh my god, that was really close. Iceberg getting out now, and gets caught by the Yule Scepter. Now the combo's gonna come through. They get the silence, get the kill. That is not what you wanted to have happen, but now everybody else maybe a bit too far out there. Sioma manning up against Vanscore is doing a lot of damage. The Fissure connects, and they're just gonna end up backing out for the moment. With Tinker down, don't want to take that fight.
Global Silence wasted, Metamorphosis is up with Manta Style, Dragonlance, and Aegis. They want to go for take tier 2 towers right now, at least tier 2 tower mid.
I was wondering if they were going to think about high ground there, try and force out the buyback possibly, but maybe Vega a bit passive. Do you think this is the right choice? I don't know. What do you think?
Tinker was up in 15 seconds. It's hard against Fissure. Then the Underlord comes with his spells. They have enough time to deny until Tinker is out.
He echo slammed the ground before he blinked and ends up missing it. Now Vega in a lot better of a position. Ditya is just going to try and turn and fight these heroes, but Iceberg now back into it. It might not end up even mattering. The Fissure is going to connect onto Sioma, not onto Ditya, who does end up popping the Aegis. Now Vega thinking about going back into this one. Can they actually do anything? Blink in from Mag. It's actually getting canceled, though, so he can't blink into it. They do manage to get the turnaround, though. A big Sunder play comes in. Mag going to get caught by that Pit of Malice. G also trying to stay alive through this. Manta Style has already been popped. Ditya is going to end up going down. No grave for another 2 seconds, but look at the combo from G. Holy crap, trying to kill them all off, and does have 12 Bloodstone charges again. Mag continuing the chase. And DK Phobos also probably going to die. They actually end up kicking him instead of kicking the boulder. Snako, there's just been a flurry of miscast spells in this little engagement here.
Wow. Just wow. The 2 good timed graves turned the fight around for Vega. Plus, Terrorblade had the time to use Sunder on whoever he wanted during that 5 seconds grave. But he still died. Meanwhile, Leshrac dealt tons of damage in that fight.
I can't believe that he echoed before he blinked.
Yeah, he pulled out "Come with me."
Is that the "Come with me" move? I think I missed that one.
Yeah, exactly. Echo Slam into Blink Dagger.
Classic. Oh, geez. Well, 9-12, and Vega Squadron score a huge win there. 3,000. Net worth lead, and the experience about back to even. But Team Spirit certainly feel like they can still fight at this point. They're quite strong, and Snako is going to get hit here. Lucent beaten, ends up interrupting that, and they drop the global down bottom. There's a fight brewing as well. Tinker is in some trouble. It looks like they are going to try and run down Snako. Iceberg already dead. Are they going to even find this kill? No, he blinks out. So they don't even find the kill onto the Earth Spirit as they lose their Tinker. Team Spirit, the wheels are falling off.
Yeah, Nyx Assassin is every time he is on the right side of the map, just catching the Tinker. And look at the wards on the bottom lane. That's the anti-Tinker ward, so he can see him because Tinker is always in the trees.
My goodness. Cost, I'm feeling really concerned right now. I mean, Nyx Assassin is not the highest in net worth, but he is still quite impactful in what they're capable of doing. Do they realize? They realize that FNG is there. Oh no. Oh no.
Dire's middle tower
They're just
is
getting
under
caught
attack.
all around the map. Plus
And now they found
globals.
Van Score? He's going down as well, possibly. Mag is there, and they're going to try and kind of not kill, but well, Snako on top of him. They get the silence. They find that. They do end up bringing down Mag with the missiles coming out from Tinker, but I mean, every one of these kills, you're building up these Bloodstone charges on Lesh.
Yeah, he has 15 charges plus a Blink Dagger and is working towards BKB, which he needs. As well, which I mentioned before, needs 2 defensive items against this lineup.
Radiant's middle tower.
Luna has her BKB up.
I mean, at least some small bright spot here. Iceberg is almost there at the Aghanim Scepter. It almost feels like he's going to need to go for like a BKB or something this game when the team fights really start to get hectic. Or you just, I don't know, is that even a thought, or do you just sort of deal with the problems?
As for Tinker, you can go for a BKB. It's not very common, but against Nyx Assassin, I would go for it. Because you just use March, he uses a Carapace, he has a vision on you. If he has a vision on you, you're just dead after that. If you look at the Nyx Assassin skill build, he goes for level 3 Impale and then just maxes Mana Burn, which is more effective against heroes like Tinker, for example, in this game, or OD, who has a high intelligence.
Right.
Because he doesn't need level 4 stun, it's pretty much the same 60 damage plus 0.4 seconds, but the level 4 mana burn from 12 to 4 seconds is a big deal.
Well, they've got the ways to try and deal with this at least. They just got like a ton of damage out. All of their heroes are so good against what Team Spirit are running. I don't know, we're going to need to, I think, just get Luna incredibly farmed for them to be able to win this game. And not that it's not happening necessarily, but if you're writing all of your hopes and dreams onto one hero, I don't know, it's a little bit scary.
Well, it's not only one hero. Tinker has a Blink and Aghanim Scepter, so he scales into late game super well. But we didn't talk much about Terrorblade. He had a Hurricane Pike, Manta style, and almost enough gold to buy a BKB. He also wants to go BKB as well against all that magic damage.
Global dropped to try and protect Tinker, and well, it doesn't look like they're going to get any kills from it. Yep, they just run away. So global down.
This was actually the first good global, or the second one. There was so many bad globals this game. After they initiated the fight, it came 2 or 3 seconds late, and there was already kills coming out. So it looked like you're helping, but you're actually not. You're just wasting your ultimate.
Yeah, really unfortunate. Well, the TP coming in now. They're going to. Oh God, Mag. He's right on top of him. How does he always know where Iceberg is at? Like, they're just always in position. And now they ended up smoking right underneath the ward. They try and go into Snako. Could be a big kill if they can actually find it, but the Graven slowly rolls away. They actually sunder to make sure that he stays alive. Ditya playing a team game here.
Yeah, it's level 3 Sunder, 40 seconds cooldown. BKB up on Terrorblade.
Drop the sentry ward, realize that Mag's in the area.
Radiant structures are fortified.
He's just doing so much work for them, though.
Mag is that kind of a player that people don't talk much about him, but he was my top 5 favorite in the previous patch. Let's say didn't see much of him in this one.
Oh, the damage! The Echo Slam turnaround, though. FNG dropping low is going to end up dropping so low, but not dead yet, actually. And G just trying to run back out and away. Can he actually do it? The right click's coming through. Cardi even getting in on the action, but they can't run him down. Disco Pony just a little bit too quick. It's also going to go for the Yule Scepter to try and walk away. They've only lost the Earth Spirit and the Earth Shaker so far, as BZZ turning now onto Ditchiara, trying to find that kill. Sunder is up and online, doesn't get it off onto Vanscore. Barely left alive. BZZ sees a mag and tries to just run away. Get me out of here, he says, as Vanscore cancels his auto attack so he doesn't get stunned by the Spike Carapace. And with that Spirit, they take a win.
Yeah, it was a good initiation by FNG. Good Sunder by Terrorblade. 2 BKBs were up. That's why. And the Lash and who else? I think Dazzle were so low, but they couldn't find the kills on them. Meanwhile, Underlord, pretty tanky, classic build. Guardian Greaves into Pipe of Insight, and now it's building towards Lotus Orb to counter that Nyx Assassin spells and the Leshrac, maybe Yule Scepter, and most important, the Sunder, so it just switches back and the Terrorblade stays at his HP that he was.
Well, the stuns come through as well as the silence, as it looks like Vega Squadron want to come and contest this. Pretty tough against the Tinker in the midst of all of it, but definitely a possibility. Nyx Assassin trying to get there with the rest of them. Now with Terrorblade TPing in. Want to try and fight this. Another stone goes in. The bashed up DK Phobos in some trouble. They throw out the Split Earth. Doesn't hit onto anybody. Mag going to get initiated on right at the start. He is going to drop very low. They grave up the Terrorblade Illusion. A little bit of a misplay there. Meant to get the Nyx Assassin, and that might just stop the Rosh contest. I don't know if
it's going to cost him Rosh. Luna just
popped.
using BKB to secure.
Ditchiara looking to come and seal it. Is he going to know it? No, they snatch the Aegis. They're able to take it. BZZ picks it up. Ditchiara dropping low now. Is going to be able to get off the Sunder onto DK Phobos, but he's still fairly tanky. They get the Fissure block as well. G trying to turn now onto BZZ. No more BKB for him, and he is going to drop low, but not dead as of yet. So they
no
end up winning.
Yeah, no casualties for Team Spirit. Seems like BZZ had faster fingers there trying to pick up Aegis.
Ice, oh my god, Iceberg trying to take him down. They do get a silence off. And G gets the Yule Scepter lift. Do they want to keep fighting this? DK Phobos, the Echo Slam drop down onto G. Another Grave comes out. That one's a little bit better as FNG is going to get ran down. Eclipse comes out. BZZ trying to fight. Can they bring him down in time? That is the Aegis down. So Ditchiara looking to take this one again. Snako stun from the low ground. They are going to be able to control DK Phobos. Trying to take down this Luna as well. Turns onto Ditchiara. The right clicks. He does have Sunder. Turns it back around again. He actually sundered an illusion, it looked like there. And Snako tries to kick them out, but it didn't work. Oh, he wanted to kick the Luna back to his team, but kicked him into the Dark Rift instead.
Yeah, meanwhile, Nyx Assassin was chasing Iceberg, couldn't manage to do it. Iceberg so fast on his reactions, and he's really working towards that BKB, as we talked about it. Not much players would actually do that, and it's that there he got it right now. It's you can't refresh BKB, but it's still a good choice. You have 10 seconds BKB at 35 minutes. It's gonna keep dropping, but at least Nyx Assassin can't kill you.
Yeah, it feels like it's just, you hate to have to do it, but you sort of have to do it. it's really frustrating, I'm sure. Man, and Snako has Boots of Travel. He has a Solar Crest now. Wow. It's going to be hard to deal with. Iceberg getting stunned. Pops his BKB and turns to fight. Oh, that's the answer that they wanted. Can chase after G now. Pops it and is going to try and take him down, but G pops his own BKB, so we'll be able to escape.
That's why BKB is so good. Look at all the damage. Magical damage. Everything's magical pretty much besides Terrorblade right clicks. Terrorblade, as soon as he saw Eagle Song on Luna, he knows he needs to go for MKB to counter that butterfly effect.
Quite hard to deal with, indeed. NG wanted that fissure. So, Team Spirit looking like they're in a position to try and pressure this possibly. Who do you feel like is in a stronger position at this point? We've kind of gone back and forth again.
Yeah, this is the interesting game. It's kind of back and forth, as you mentioned. But I think this Luna is going to be a pain in the ass. Plus Tinker, when he gets the Hex, he's only, what, like 3k gold away.
Could make all the difference in the world. And he has the answer now.
Yes.
Yeah, but we didn't mention reflection. It's level 4 reflection. Reflection damage, 5.5 seconds, 100%. Ooh, there's an action point going on top.
He got his BKB off though, and Sioma alone in the trees. I ended up dying to this one, but he's going to be able to TP out of there. So the Echo, not quite perfect. Blink away Iceberg! Good reaction. They do find the follow-up though. Look at the damage coming out, trying to take them all down. The fissure, everything is going to connect, but they only ended up being able to take down the Leshrac. He does not have buyback though. That was really well played by Iceberg.
Yeah, no buyback, no meta up, but they don't have big spells. No global, no Earthshaker ulti, so they're just gonna back off and go to farming.
While they try and chase him down, Vanscore is going to be found here. They have the Dark Rift available if they want to get everybody out of this one. Vanscore, alone on the high ground, is in trouble, and now turning to fight Ditchiara. He's popped his BKB, so they will at least wait that out. Are they trying to take this?
Yeah, they're drawing on the minimap what they want to do.
Oh, look at that. And you can see right now, Vega don't realize that this is happening. The damage from Iceberg. Oh, they're controlling him. Ditchiara trying to walk away. Blink
Go
forward,
Iceberg.
gets
Nice,
it there.
man.
Triple kill for him. What a guy. He's going to get stunned and lifted up, but I don't know if they can really take this fight. They get the stun onto 2. 4 staff keeping him back. The BKB's pop for BZZ. G maybe step forward a bit too much. And with that, I think that they will be able to escape. Oh my God.
They even stole the gem from them, so Earthshaker has 2 gems right now. There's gonna be no vision for Vega Squadron whatsoever.
3,000 almost gold swing, a buyback from Dazzle. And like you were saying, it's this Luna who's actually capable of doing a lot in these fights and taking down the towers. The BKB also is working out quite well for Tinker.
Yeah, I think this is the most important part, plus his quick reactions.
They're going to go in for another round now. Down to 7 Bloodstone charges.
Global is up, plus Earthshaker ult is up. Luna, 25 seconds until Eclipse.
There's Mag. They throw out another Spike Carapace. We'll be down for a little bit. Iceberg can maybe initiate. BKB off cooldown now if he wants to go for it.
They just want to play it safe. Once you take tier 3 tower down with Luna, it becomes much more easier to actually kill those Raxes with all the bouncing going on. Bouncy, bouncy.
Looks like they want to come back and defend the tier 3 tower at least for now. Do you think that Iceberg comes back in and they continue the siege here after he deals with the split push coming in?
Yeah, they do. But look at the action coming out from Vega, Sonico, Boots of Travel, plus Slash. They want to catch the Tinker.
This would be huge if they could find it. He does have a BKB still. It looks like he's just going to TP out, going back home.
He's not coming back to that lane.
Okay. Well, this does also mean that you have 3 heroes from Vega who are not going to be there with the rest of the team.
Yeah, let me just check the cooldowns. 15 seconds cooldown. Plus, they don't have the glyph anymore.
They're not home. Although maybe you just don't realize this for Team Spirit yet. They might go back in a second. But yeah, you're taking the long road home right now. They are going to finally bots back in, but they've already lost their tower and starting to lose the Rax.
Well, Luna will commit with BKB to take the Raxes, or no?
Not yet, at least. Maybe playing it a little bit more greedy and scary stuff. They go on to her. Nice Echo Shell. Keeping
Fisher 2 seconds.
Oh, Global comes out. Good decision. And the Dark Rift back. All right, this should be enough to get them out safe. Earth Spirit not able to get in there to contest. They can't break the TPs. Clean escape from Team Spirit.
Yep, plus Hex on Tinker right now. And Roche is gonna be up in, what, maybe 1-2 minutes.
We'll end up seeing in just a bit. But yeah, you look at the net worth graph now. It was going and trending back towards Vega Squadron, but Team Spirit, they've been able to pull themselves back into this off some just really impressive play from the Tinker.
Tinker doing a lot of work, plus some good initiations from Earthshaker and good Fishers, good savings with 4 staff as well. Plus, you don't mention Underlord that much. He's just always there with his stuff. Bit of Malice, Firestorm, healing with Guardian Greaves, using a Pipe of Insight. It's just classical Underlord things. Kind of boring to play, but he does his job.
Quite well at that, indeed. And you can see we're still about 30 seconds to a minute away from Roshan being up, and it looks like Team Spirit's still feeling comfortable going for the siege in spite of not having an Aegis, so...
They have a 7-second BKB on Luna and 8-second BKB on Tinker, so they're not afraid to fight.
Oh, this is a neat little play here as well. BZZ using the Hurricane Pike to clear out the creeps a little bit quicker. FNG has the smoke there, looking for that initiation. Finds G, hits him. The tower's still dropping. Looks like they lift up. They're going to keep him back. Stunned for a second. Iceberg, they pop the Spike Carapace, but not going to be able to do much. They caught him in the Pit of Malice now. G still taking the damage, but they have Shrines.
Yeah, look what they're doing. Just spamming the March, and Luna just right-clicking those Rexes down. They can't go into four Marches.
Really
Tinker
impressive.
has almost, Tinker has almost 2k mana pool.
You can see him down here. He's just going to be split pushing the whole time as well, so there's no way for them to even pressure these other lanes at this point. Does look like Roshan is on the menu. We'll have to see what Vega's answer is at this point. They have to do something, and was not under a ward.
MKB is up on Terrorblade to counter the evasion from Butterfly, but Luna has another 4k gold. Oh, they just scanned them.
All right.
Both teams.
Radiant looking for it. Seneko. Oh, no. This is not the way you fight it. Seneko is Ditya Ra trying to turn on a Van Score. He's going to be able to do it. Iceberg double kill, trying to find some more. Ditya Ra, he doesn't have his shot anymore. That's going to be a triple kill. Ultra kill for Iceberg. GG. Get out of my game. What a play.
Iceberg MVP, I must say it. Like, that BKB build into Hex and the damage dealt. I just want to see the damage dealt from Tinker. He's just controlling the game for them. Plus Luna, let me check. Only one death on Luna for 45 minutes. That's awesome.
Really impressive display. Yeah, 40,000 damage, 0 building damage. It's the Tinker life. So that does unfortunately mean that Vega Squadron is going to be eliminated from the CIS qualifiers here at DAC. Team Spirit going to move on, and they are going to face the losers of our next series, which is Empire facing off against Effect. Acost, any final thoughts on Vega Squadron, Team Spirit, or our next matchup? What's on your mind?
Vega Squadron seems a bit sloppy. Seems like they have some conflicts. I don't know, their team fight. I mean, laning phase is good. Soniko is making a lot of space for the team, but overall, the team coordination doesn't seem so good. The old Vega seemed so much stronger than this one. Maybe it's because of the players. I kind of favor more no one. I would say his top 3 mid laners. That guy pretty much never loses the lane, something like Sumail. But Team Spirit, with their kind of unorthodox strategies and picks, seems like it's working out for them.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to hop right into our next game. Lobby already up, and I believe some players are waiting for us. It is going to be Effect versus Empire. The upper bracket, well, I guess finals, you could say, as we get ready to go into the grand finals in the last spot. This one should be really good. Both of these teams have put up amazing displays throughout the past couple days. They basically dominated these other two teams here, so I'm really hyped for this match. Hope you guys